designed to help us manifest our potential and adapt to the rapidly evolving landscape of Industry 4.0. Artificial intelligence, as we know, is not just a tool, but a transformative force that is reshaping industries, creating new opportunities, and redefining the future of work. This program will serve as a platform to exchange ideas, bridge the gap between academia and industry, and prepare ourselves to be catalysts of innovation in this new era. Now it's time for prayer, and now I request all the participants to rise up for the prayers.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் எக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு திரை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you. It's my privilege to welcome the gathering. Once again, good evening, respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, and dear participants. On behalf of Vivekananda Institute of Management Studies, Coimbatore, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this AICTE-sponsored faculty development program on AI-powered Industry 4.0. At this outset, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our respected dignitaries, Dr. A. Valarmadi, whose vision and leadership constantly inspire us to strive for academic and professional excellence. It is indeed our proud privilege to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Vasudevan Kidambi, Managing Director, NOVA, author, global speaker, and business transformation coach, a leader who has made remarkable contributions in the industry. Sir, we are deeply honored by your gracious presence, and we look forward to your valuable insights on today's theme. I also take great pleasure in welcoming participants from various institutions, research scholars, postgraduate students, and industry professionals who have joined us to enrich their knowledge. With this, I once again extend my warm welcome to all of you and wish the program great success. Thank you. Now I invite our director, Dr. A. Valarmadi, to deliver the presidential address.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Respected chief guest, distinguished resource persons, esteemed faculty members, scholars, participants. It is my proud privilege to welcome you all to this AICTE Atal online faculty development program on AI-powered Industry 4.0. hosted by Vivekananda Institute of Management Studies. I would like to welcome our guest, Mr. Vasudevan Kidambi is the Managing Director of NOVA INC Dubai. With a vast international experience, he has guided organization across industries in embracing innovation, leadership development, and digital transformation. His expertise in AI-driven business strategies and organized excellence makes him high sought after mentor and thought leader worldwide. His busy schedule, he accepted our invitation. Today he is with us. Thank you so much for your acceptance, sir. Industry 4.0 powered by artificial intelligence, robotic, automatic, and data-driven decision making is not just a trend but a revolution that is redefining how business, industries, and societies functions. For academia, it's both a challenge and an opportunity. a challenge to stay relevant, and an opportunity to lead in knowledge creation and skill building. This faculty development program aims to empower educators with hands-on knowledge, cutting-edge insights, and practical applications of AI in process optimization, smart supply chains, predictive maintenance, quality control, and sustainable practices. Through this program, we aspire to bridge the gap between industry and academia, ensuring our teaching and research remain aligned with the demands of the digital era. I take this opportunity to thank AICT and Atal Academy for their vision in fostering such meaningful initiatives and bring faculty, researchers, and industry experts together. Their continuous efforts are nurturing a culture of innovation, collaboration, and future readiness is India's higher education system. To our distinguished resource persons joining us for academia and industry, both national and international, we express our gratitude for sharing your time, expertise, and experience. Your contributions will surely enrich the learning journey of our participants. I encourage all participants, you make the most of this platform, engage actively, ask questions, collaborate with peers, and explore ways to integrate these learning into your classrooms, research, and projects. The true outcome of this FTP is not only personal growth, but also your collective informations you bring back to your institutions and students. On behalf of Vivekananda Institute of Management Studies, faculty and organizing teams, I extend my warmest wishes for the success of this program. Let us together commit ourselves to build a future-ready academic ecosystems where innovation and technology drive progress with responsibility and inclusiveness. Thank you once again. I warm welcome to all of you, and 1 week program definitely will guide you and support you in future. All the best to attend all the programs without a delay. You join the program, and definitely 6 days will help you and support you in your teaching and upgradation of your knowledge. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your encouraging address. Now I invite Mr. Tamil Selvan, Assistant Professor, Vivekananda Institute of Management Studies, to introduce today's guest.
Good evening, everyone. It's my immense pleasure to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Vasudevan Kambi. So he is an author, global speaker, and business transformation coach, recognized for his pioneering work in generative AI, ESG, and future skills. With leadership experience at Samsung Gulf Electronics and Sanyo Gulf Web City, he currently heads Navo Management Consultants, Dubai, and Genesis Corp, Dubai. So SAPD UK accredited coach for generative AI and author of The Prompting Playbook and BYOAG, Build Your Own AI Garage. He has delivered master classes for global corporates and academic institutions, impacting over 6,000 professionals, including faculty, research scholars, and students worldwide. A certified independent director and sustainability expert. He is also pursuing his doctorate in ESG, championing innovation, responsible AI adoption, and business efficiency. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Tamil Selvan. Now I request our chief guest to take over the session.
Thank you, Ms. Kalevani. And first of all, thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. Respected dignitaries, normally we say respected dignitaries on the dais, we have to say online, right? And distinguished faculty members, research scholars, and students, and industry professionals. And then first of all, a very warm welcome to all of you, and a big thank you from me. And right now I'm in Dubai. When they called me, I was in Bangalore. It's just today morning I just reached Dubai, so we are only just 3,000 kilometers, that's all, not much, right? So I was thinking that we should wish this program success, all success, but I think success is already there by virtue of seeing nearly close to 100 participants already on right now visible. I think the program is already a success. So in any case, I will just formally wish the program all the success. It's a 6-day program. Coimbatore, so I must start with Vanakkam to all of you and good evening. My privilege to be here with you all as the chief guest to inaugurate this 6-day long faculty development program on AI-powered Industry 4.0, sponsored by AICTE and Atal Academy and hosted by VIMS. Right, AI Industry 4.0, as I understand, is about bringing excellence into action by combining human intelligence and machine intelligence, not replacing one with the other. So in fact, one of my 8 books is titled as What is Your And there I have elaborately detailed on the new era where human intelligence and machine intelligence will coexist. And that's all what we are all learning today. And we have a lot to learn as we move on. India today stands at the historic crossroad for many reasons. If people who are all following geopolitics, you can always see that it's for many reasons. One of them is AI and of course semiconductors also. So just as steam engine powered the first industrial revolution, electricity the second, then we had internet, which was the next revolution that we saw. Smartphone was a mini revolution that we can see. AI is this revolution of our age. Right? But here is the key difference. So unlike your coal or electricity, AI is not a resource outside. I always tell, all along the revolutions happened outside the human body. For the first time, AI, and especially generative AI, the revolution is happening inside the human body. It is influencing our ability to think, decide, and create and be innovative. So this program has a very clear purpose, as I saw as soon as I got the brochure of the program, to equip all of you educators, research scholars with the knowledge and tools to integrate AI into teaching, into your research, into your collaboration. I can very much relate myself to that because I'm already integrating AI in my doctorate program that I am undergoing. So pretty much I can understand how much of AI has an influence on the entire research as well. So why does this matter today? Because the classroom is the seed bed of every factory, for every startup, every hospital, every public office that we all day in and day out experience. So if the seed is strong, the tree will be strong, right? So I really congratulate the AICTE and VIMS for bringing out such a holistic agenda. I generally see some such faculty development programs going for 2 days or 3 days, or not 6 days. So I really appreciated the whole effort that's going behind this. So next over 6 days' time frame, you will touch upon smart factories. Somebody is talking on, an expert is talking on smart factories, robotics, predictive maintenance, supply chain, digital twins. That's very interesting area as well. And of course, my pet topic of sustainability as well. But more importantly, you will be challenged to think about the why of AI, not just the how. So that's pretty much important that all of you keep that in mind as you pursue all the 6 days time frame. At this point in time, it's important for me to clarify one distinction. AI and generative AI, and I'm sure you will be listening to that a lot as we move on. AI is something that for all of us to simply understand, anything that is working for you, it is AI, artificial intelligence. But anything that is going to be working with you, that is generative AI. This distinction is a very important piece of information because I've seen this. It took more than 2 years as time frame for the world to really understand the difference between AI and generative AI. So just once again, AI is something that works for you because ATM machine, it's working for you. It has already replaced human beings, right? But you keep ChatGPT and then sit next to ChatGPT, nothing will happen, right? Because it is there for working with you. So this itself is a clear message for all of us that we are entering into an era where we are going to work with generative AI in a broader sense. So I have submitted one of my research papers also on this, and as a practitioner of generative AI, I would share a 3 piece of very vital information. As with that, then you will all be moving on to your 6-day long faculty development program. First and foremost thing is we need to calibrate our mindset. This is very, very critical. And without that aspect, and there are lots of myths that are happening, lots of fears that are happening, lots of wrong knowledge and all that. So I always, wherever I have been doing this particular program, whether it is in the academic or the industry, I explain that the mindset calibration is extremely important for all of us. So this mindset is nothing but the kind of where are we heading to in this particular generative AI. And so I'll make it easy for all of us to understand that this is a stage where we human beings are moving from one cognitive level to the next cognitive level. So there, that itself will tell you, answer you one question: will AI take away jobs? The answer is, all of you probably would know this by now, that generative AI will not take away jobs, but somebody with the skill of generative AI is going to definitely take away the job from the one who does not have. So today, are we going to move in bullock carts, or are we going to move in high-speed cars for that matter? Or today, some of you know that there are hyperloops that you can travel a distance of 150 kilometers in 10-15 minutes as time frame. So that is the speed is an important criteria. And therefore, anything that we do, we are going to use technology as an enabler, and generative AI is by far that particular technology. For that, our mindset has to be prepared for that. In terms of that is here to work along with us, and we are the ones who are going to give the direction in terms of how we are going to use generative AI. This itself is a big subject for me, which I talked nearly 1 hour's time frame in terms of helping people prepare the mindset. Second important element is we need to learn how to communicate with machines. We thought it was easier. And many of you, I'm sure not many, almost all of you would have been using ChatGPT and various other generative AI tools, but it doesn't really work the way we want it to work for us, right? And that's because we need to understand the way human to machine communication works. So this is again another important area where I have certain frameworks. I'm happy to share it with Madam Kalevani at any point in time. I have some simple frameworks that I wanted to share. It's a communication framework. It's nothing but all of us know 5 W's and 1 H is something that we need to communicate when we are asking questions. The world is moving towards not solutioning, but the capability to ask the right question, which is very much similar to all the research scholars. You must get your question right. And that's how the whole literature review, enormous amount of time that we spend is just to get the question right. The same principle is what we apply when we actually approach ChatGPT or any other generative AI tool. So communication, human to machine communication is an important aspect that we need to understand. Third and most important thing is the guardrails. And I'm sure some of you would have witnessed or read this article from MIT. It came out on, I remember the date, it is June 22nd of this year, where MIT said, it told the whole world, it said, use of ChatGPT and generative AI tools is lowering the brain activity. And yes, the whole world started believing it. Every news anchor, news media carried the whole topic. So I already had the answer, and I just packaged the answer, and that was again my second research paper that I submitted last month. And in my framework, in my answer to that, if we are keen about not lowering our brain activity, remember just 2 things. I will share the framework separately. You must be the thinker at the beginning. I repeat, you must be the thinker at the beginning. Without that, it is like, you're outsourcing your thinking to the machine, and that's the disaster, right? So you must be thinker at the beginning, which means there are certain communication frameworks that we need to adopt. Who is the audience? What is the message? What is the purpose? Why are you trying to get an answer for what purpose? All of them are forming a part of your thinking. So you must be a loud thinker at the beginning, and most importantly, at the end, you must be the sense maker. The machine is in between. So I have this framework called machine in the loop framework, thinking framework, right? It's not the human is not in the loop, machine is in the loop, because humans were there, humans will remain, but there's always this machine must be put in the middle. So my framework of my machine in the loop thinking framework basically puts you as the thinker and you as the sense maker. If these two things are there, your brain activity can never lower down. You will actually go 5x in terms of your ability, capability, because you now learn how to connect your thinking capability to the global collective knowledge. Our knowledge is always limited. But when you connect it to the global collective knowledge, that is what we are all going to. And that's it's a huge power for all of us, right? So third and important thing is guardrails. So just to summarize, mindset is extremely critical for us to understand that where the world is moving. Second part is human to machine communications are guided by communication frameworks. And third one is importantly the guardrails. If you put all of them together, a simple formula to all of you: if you don't want to lower your brain activity, thinker at the beginning, sense maker at the end. We have not outsourced our thinking to the machine because our thinking is extremely intact in these two cases. In between, the machine is just a generator like a calculator. Just like if I ask, I've been doing this everywhere. I ask 925 plus 1246. Nobody bothers to answer because that's the job of the calculator, right? So similarly, let the machine generate, but let it not think for you. It can enhance your thinking, but not the core thinking. So thinker at the beginning, sense maker at the end is the fundamental mantra of anybody pursuing or embracing generative AI for their career, for their work, and for their it's a whole new way of working and a whole new way of thinking. That's my byline that I carry with everybody. So to sum up, if you have to be a continuous practitioner of generative AI, I'll give you a small tip and a tool for that. And that tool is nothing but curiosity. So it is a new vitamin C that we all will have to imbibe, and that vitamin C is nothing but curiosity. And this is something that we all had in abundance when we were 1 month old, right? And then since systematically we lost that over a period of time, unfortunately, but now we are trying to revive the same curiosity. So a curious mind will always try and find ways and means of where the world is moving and where generative AI, because we are talking of generative AI, we are talking of artificial general intelligence, then we are talking of artificial super intelligence, we have organoid intelligence coming after that. There's no end to it, right? But just stay curious, right? And with these things, if you embrace generative AI, I think it will lead each and every one of you with a whole new way of working, and more importantly and most importantly, whole new way of thinking, and make you 10x capable in terms of your thinking capability, and that in turn influences what you will deliver. So with this, I will just take permission from all of you, and I will allow the session to proceed from here. Thank you very much, ma'am, for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you for Saravanan for reaching out to me, and thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful sessions. As you stated, a machine cannot replace a human. We have to use machine as an interface. Like we have to be a thinker, and at the end of it, we must be a sense maker. Like definitely, this will be a knowledgeable session. Like this will support for the participants to update themselves in AI field. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your presence and for spending a long time with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks. Respected Chief Guest, distinguished resource persons, esteemed director, and dear participants. On behalf of Vivekananda Institute of Management Studies, I would like to express our heartfelt thanks to everyone who has made the inauguration ceremony of Atal Faculty Development Program on AI-powered Industry 4.0 a resounding success. First and foremost, I extend our appreciation to our chief guest, Mr. Vasudevan Kidari, Managing Director of Nova Incorporation, for gracing this occasion with his distinguished presence. Sir, we are highly inspired by your opening speech. Like, it was very motivating to us. You have given a very valuable insights to us. It's like
Thank you.
you just started with like we have to coexist with the artificial intelligence. You have clearly set our mind that we have to start learning AI, and then you have made it very clear that we have to set our mindset to learn AI skills. Then you have given a framework, beautifully you have given a framework that we should be a thinker at the beginning and the machine should be at the as an interface in between and a sense maker at the end. And again, you have closed your speech with the vitamin C, the curiosity to learn more and more. That is the only one which will help us to gain 10x capability. So that was very interesting and highly motivating, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. And
Thank you.
then I would like to express my gratitude to All India Council for Technical Education for their continued support for recognizing the critical importance of FDPs in emerging technologies. The Atal Faculty Development Program initiative demonstrates AICT's commitment to enhancing the quality of technical education in our country. Our special thanks to our director, Dr. A. Valarmadi, for her unwavering support by giving guidelines and providing the necessary resources and infrastructure to host this significant program. Our heartfelt thanks to all the resource persons who have accepted our invitations to share their expertise through this faculty development program. We are grateful to all the participants, faculty members, research scholars, and PG students from various institutions who have joined us for this learning journey. Once again, I thank everyone for this wonderful program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear participants, you are requested to kindly stay in the same link. In a 2 minutes of time, we will start the session. Parthiban sir,
Yes, madam.
sir, shall we start, sir?
Yes, yes, we will start.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Mr. Kamil Selvan to introduce today's guest.
Good evening once again. It's my privilege to welcome our esteemed guest, Dr. K. Karthiban. So, Dr. K. Karthiban serves as Associate HOD and Associate Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Kalasalingam Academy of Research and Education, where he has dedicated over 24 years of his academic career since June 1999. His professional journey began at Adiamon College of Engineering, where he worked as a lecturer from 1997 to 1998. He also holds a PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from Kalasalingam University. His technical expertise spans multiple programming languages, including Python, Java, C, C++, VB.NET, JavaScript, and Perl, with database proficiency in Oracle and MySQL. He is skilled in advanced tools such as Eucalyptus, Tableau, MATLAB, OpenStack, and Hadoop, with specialized knowledge in grid and cloud computing, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, cryptography, and big data analytics. Dr. Karthiban currently teaches courses in machine learning, data science, cloud computing, cryptography, operating systems, database management systems, and Python programming. He has established himself as a prolific researcher with over 75 publications in international journals and conferences. His research interests encompass AI applications, cybersecurity frameworks, cloud computing optimization, IoT security, and medical image processing. He has successfully guided 8 PhD students, with 6 having completed their doctoral studies and 2 currently pursuing. Throughout his career, Dr. Karthiban has held several key administrative positions, including his current role and his previous tenure as Deputy Director Academic. He has served as an department for computer applications and CS and IT, worked as MBA coordinator, functioned as NAC development department coordinator, and served as ABET coordinator for both EAC and CAC accreditations. His leadership extends to organizing over 10 workshops and actively participating in more than 25 faculty development programs. He is also an editor for the Journal of Computer Science. His innovative contributions include developing several software systems such as CAT or TP for online examinations, the EASY Easy Examination Automation System, and the AIMS Attendance Information System. His current research focus centers on AI-powered Industry 4.0 applications, advanced cybersecurity frameworks, and the integration of machine learning technologies in distributed computing environments, making him a valuable contributor to the evolving landscape of modern computer science, education, and research. It's my privilege to welcome you once again, sir.
Thank you.
Now I request Dr. K. Karthiban sir to take over the session.
So my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
It is visible to everyone. Am I correct?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So very good evening to all of you. I would like to first I like to thank Professor Urai invited me as a resource person for this wonderful faculty development program FDP sponsored by Atal FDP. Today my topic is Industry 4.0 and government initiatives in India. Since the audience is mixed kind, just I'm going to talk about the Industry 4.0, various revolutions, and I'm going to talk about what is Industry 4.0, which contribute much in Industry 4.0. That is my focus in this presentations. Right. So this is various industry revolutions, Industry 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and we are going to talk about Industry 4.0. Obviously, the next few, a couple of years, again, the Industry 5.0, which is going to come. What is Industry 1.0? So everyone should be aware of that. What is Industry 1.0? It is a first industrial revolution, which is started from the year late 18th century and mid 19th century. And there is a various, a major shift from manual labor to machine-based production driven by steam and water power. That means, here we are going to use the machines for productions, and that this is the major shift from manual to the machines. Here, the energy they are using is steam and water. That is the main power they are using to operate the machines. This revolutionary traditionally reduced the production time and material cost, but it is also introduced social challenges. Due to this, there is a demand exceeding supply. The lower working class face long hours and unsafe conditions. So with that, when they introduced the Factory Act of 1833, which imposed regulations on working conditions, particularly for children. So that is the industry revolution. Mainly, they shifted from manual to machine, and they use the steam and the water power for running that machines. So that's the industry revolution 1.0. And the main characteristics of this industry 1.0 is mechanizations, steam and water power, and factories. Last one is the mass productions. These are the various characteristics of industry 1.0. Then the industry 2.0. This industry 2.0 is a second revolution, industrial revolution, which started with the period of late 19th century and early 20th century. Here, the major focus or major shift is they used electricity and the introduction of assembly line, mass production, rapid communication through telegraph and telephones. Due to the telephone and the telegraph was introduced in this century, the communication made easy for the industry people. They can easily communicate with that. And there is, electricity they are used for running the machines and all. So with that electricity and telephone and telegraphs, yes, they achieved a little more faster. And these are the key characteristics of industry 2.0. Electrification, just now I talked about, and mass production. Using this, there is a possibility of producing a huge volume of productions, and the technological advancements, as I said just before, telephone and telegraph, radio, significantly improved communications and connectivity. And there is an economic growth and workforce transformation. There is a shift from skilled craft people to factory-based employment, created numerous new jobs opportunities, but also decreased traditional crafts and saw the rise of large and organized labor. And the last characteristics of this industry 2.0 is infrastructure development. So this infrastructure development, which gives more power to the industry 2.0, the expansion of railroad and telephone and telegraph, which made transportation and communication much faster. So that is the industry 2.2 revolutions. Then industry 3.0. This industry 3.0 is a third phase of industrial revolutions characterized by widespread adaptation of digital technology, computers, electronics, and automation in manufacturing. So mainly, shortly, if you want, the industry 3.0 mainly they introduced automation in manufacturing, and they used electronics and computers. So with that, the industry 3.0 revolutions done major part in India. Which is begin in the mid of late 20th century, it involving using programmable logic controller PLC, that is a major player in industry 3.0, and robotics for automated processes. Without this PLC robotics, now automated process is not possible, but industry 3.0, the automated process was generated by robotics and PLCs. That plays a major role in the industry 3.0, which enhanced the productivity, precision by reducing the manual intervention and transforming production from analog to digital methods. That is the major of industry 3.0. There are some characteristics of industry 3.0. One is automation and robotics, the use of computer and robots to manage machines and perform tasks, replacing some human labor. So here, majority of the work that is going to be done by the robots. And the second characteristics is electronics and information technology. They integrated electronics components and information technology into industrial processes, which speed up the process, and the data, it is going to be more accurate, and production will be very high. And programmable logic controller PLCs, this allows for automated control of manufacturing processes. Shift from analog to digital, the fundamental change in manufacturing from analog system to digital ones. Then also there is another characteristics, increased efficiency and precision. That is more important by the industry because of this automation and digital systems, which allowed more consistent and precise and efficient productions. And then foundation of industry 4.0. These digital systems of which is used in industry 3.0 that gives a foundation for Industry 4.0. Then come to our FDP, the Industry 4.0. This is known as the fourth industrial revolutions. Very simply, I'm telling that it is nothing but the integration of advanced technologies such as the industrial Internet of Things, IIoT. Many of you might be heard about that. Industrial Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, robotics, and data analytics into manufacturing and industrial process. So nowadays, all the industries, either it may be any industries, whatever the industries, they started using, artificial intelligence, robotics, and data analytics to improve their price or profit, to improve their production, and to improve their customer satisfaction. Everywhere they started using this IIoT, artificial intelligence, robotics, and data analytics. This integration enables smart factories characterized by automation, real-time data exchange, and enhanced decision-making capabilities. So by integrating all this, which makes the industry as a smart industries in Industry 4.0. Nowadays, all the tasks, it is going to be automated, and it is going to be take a decision in a distributed manner. There is no centralized decision. The decision that is going to be taken in a distributed manner. So that is the objective of Industry 4.0. And there are some key characteristics of Industry 4.0. One is the industrial Internet of Things. It is nothing but network of interconnected sensor and machine that communicate and share data in real time. So what is that industrial Internet of Things is? There are so many sensor they are going to use, and machine along with the machine, and all this sensor which is going to be connected together, and this sensor, it is going to communicate and share the data. So what the data they are going to share is, for example, if you are going to use the sensor in the manufacturing industry, it is going to sense the data about the machines, the lifetime, and how it is running. That kind of data, it is going to give it. And after collecting this data, we are going to process the data, and we are going to understand that how the machine is running. Is there any fault? It is there, or the fault is going to occur, something like that. Of course, I'm having some case study. One case study is there. I'll explain how this IoT sensors, it is collecting the data and sensing, sending the data to the processing center. So how the data is analyzed and how we are doing the predictions. So majorly, prediction is the major role which is going to play. Then a Cypher physical system, that is another characteristics of Industry 4.0. It is a system that integrate computational capabilities with physical processes, monitoring and controlling physical actions. So that is a CPS. And artificial intelligence and machine learning. So mainly, we are using this artificial intelligence and machine learning even in our today presentation. Our chief guest talked about artificial intelligence and explainable AI and so many information, valuable information he has given. So this artificial intelligence and machine learning, which plays a major role, for the data, whatever we are collected from the sensor, we are going to use this artificial intelligence and machine learning for analyzing the data, predictive maintenance, and intelligent decision making. So after collecting the data, we have to analyze it, and we have to predict, the real values available in the data, and to take a decision, intelligent decision making. This we are going to use artificial intelligence and machine learning. Then big data and analytics. Obviously, the data, the sensor it is collecting. Sometimes it may be a very large data. Now, this large data is going to be called as a big data, and this data has to be analyzed to identify the patterns and optimize the operations and predict the trends. Say, for example, we are selling the product. The customer is buying this product from online. So they are going to give a reviews, right? So there are large number of reviews there. We need to take the data, the reviews, and we have to analyze that and what is the trend available in that data. For that, we need to apply big data and analytics. And cloud computing, obviously, the cloud computing nowadays, plays a major role. It is a very important, revolution in the IT industry, which provide the infrastructure to store, process, and access the vast amount of data generated by this system. See, the machines, it is generating the data, it is not necessarily that, we should have our computer to store the data and process it. Even we can collect all those data from the sensor, whatever the data the sensor is sending, that data we can put it in the cloud. And the cloud service provider, they are providing anything as a service. They can from the cloud service provider, we can get an infrastructure as a service. Otherwise we can get a storage as a service. That's why I said cloud computing is anything as a service. The cloud service provider will provide the service whatever we are asking. So what we need is we need to pay the service how much we use, what type of service we use from them. Just we need to pay. There is no maintenance, nothing is there. So that's the reason almost many of the industries, they are moving towards the cloud computing. They are going to keep all their data in the cloud. They are going to get a storage as a service from the cloud service provider. So Amazon Web Service, there are Azure, there are so many cloud service providers in India. They are going to provide. Even recent days we are putting all our data in the Gmail drive. So that means if you are going to use a cloud computing, for example, you are using a storage as a service from the cloud. That means we can keep our important document in the cloud, and which provide AAA services anytime, anywhere, and by using any devices. Wherever you go, you can access your data if you keep the data in the cloud, and by using any devices. It is not forcing you. We have to use only the laptop or computers. By using any device, you can access that, right? At any time, 24/7, the data will be available. So not only the cloud computing, it is providing a storage. I said earlier, it is providing an environment, infrastructure as a service also. I can see, for example, I want to run one program. I need a software to run that one. I don't need that software to be installed in my. What I can do is I can get that as a service from the service provider. I can execute my program and get the result back. Only I need to pay how much amount of time I used that particular service from the service providers. And the last characteristics of Industry 4.0 is advanced robotics, right? So robots that are more autonomous and capable of collaborating with the human and each other. So this is advanced robotics example, autonomous vehicles. So it takes a very complex data, analyze the complex data, and then the autonomous vehicle it is functioning. Right? So these are all example of the characteristics of Industry 4.0. So mainly they are going to integrate all these advanced technologies in the industry and making the industry as a smart one. So here the human intervention is going to be little less only. If you take the industry revolution 1, 2, and 3, somewhere the industry, human intervention will be there, but Industry 4.0, the human intervention is going to be little less, and the industry that is going to be work as a smart industry, right? I hope everyone is able to follow me. Otherwise, I'm going a little fast. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So that is the key characteristics of Industry 4.0. Then how India will benefit from Industry 4.0? So industry also, India also moved towards the Industry 4.0. They made almost many of the industry as a smart industry. There are some benefits from Industry 4.0 by India. Manufacturer will improve the productivity, efficiency, safety, and performance. So safety is the major factors. As I said just before, in the Industry 4.0, the human intervention is going to be little less. So everything is going to be work as the industry is going to be work as a smart industry. So because of that smart industry, the productivity is going to improve. It's going to increase it, and the efficiency also is going to increase. Safety and performance is also going to be increased. So that is the benefit. And the SME will become more agile, enhance the productivity, streamline cost, and reduce the risk. So the risk, that is going to be reduced because of this Industry 4.0. Then the skilled workforce in area of cognitive robotics, advanced automations, and industrial ICT. Then Indian manufacturer to transform to an innovative lead and the stages. They are going to move toward manufacturing to transform an innovative lead. So why Industry 4.0? So I said, what is Industry 4.0 and the characteristics I said, and how the India it is going to be benefited, and why we need Industry 4.0. It can increase the speed of innovation, and it is very consumer centered, leading to faster design processes. That is the first reason why we need Industry 4.0. And the workers can become a coordinators at the center of production, possibly improving the work-life balance of the employees. So that is a second reason. And it helps manufacturer with the current challenges by becoming more flexible and reacting to change in the market easier. Then the last reason is Industry 4.0 is sustainable long-term, assisting and finding solutions for many challenges that arises. So whatever the challenges arises in the industry, this Industry 4.0 that is going to overcome that. And here is the the generic architecture I'm proposing. How this Industry 4.0 technologies, it is going to be used with the industry. So as just now I listed out what are the key factors in Industry 4.0 technologies. So Internet of Things, Big Data Analytics, Cloud Computing, Simulation and Prototype, 3D Printing, Augmented Reality, Robotic System, all this makes the Industry 4.0 technologies that is going to be integrated with the industry processes, process integration, human machine collaboration, and the shop floor equipment integration, and from that sustainable outcome in terms of economic, process automation and safety, environmental protections. So Industry 4.0, it's integrating these latest advanced technologies, and it is going to give a sustainable outcome. For this sustainable outcome only, the Indian government, making the industry to move towards the Industry 4.0, right? So, but everywhere the security is a major role, and security is very important. So I given that cyber security. And apart from that, there are some certain principles which makes Industry 4.0. That is nothing but interoperability, virtualization, real-time capability, decentralization, modularity, and service orientation, which I given here. There are 6 design principles, all the Industry 4.0. Now the Industry 4.0, which work based on these 6 design principles. The first one is interoperability. So what is meant by interoperability? It is nothing but the ability of CBS, Cipher Physical System, humans, and smart factories to connect and communicate with each other via Internet of Things and Internet of Service. So meaning that, everything going to work together, and then they are going to communicate each other to share the informations. So connection of CPS, people and manufacturing system is a point, comes under interoperability, collaboration, IoT, IT and OT convergence, IoT and people, standard and protocols, and connected data. So interoperability is the major design principles they used in Industry 4.0. Then virtualization. Virtualization is nothing but a virtual copy of the smart factory, which is created by linking a sensor data with virtual plan models and simulation models. See, using this technology, what we can do is I can simulate the factory, the smart factory, and I can understand that how it is working, and what are all the places we need some improvement. Like that, I can create a virtualizations. So the virtualization representations and copies, sensor data and the contextual data, context-aware informations, digital manufacturing and the plan models, simulation models, and the digital twins. Right. This is the second design principles they are using in Industry 4.0. And the third principles is decentralization. It is ability of cyber physical system within smart factories to make a decision on their work. So earlier, if you take industry, before Industry Revolution 4.0, the decision it was taken in one common place. But in Industry 4.0, the decision that is going to be taken in a decentralized manner. So that is the main objective of Industry 4.0. So autonomous and semi-autonomous decision, intelligence towards the edge, the cyber-physical system as a decision maker, here human-machine element in planning and deciding, ubiquitous and decentralization from manufacturing to warehousing and logistics. So everywhere, the decision making, it is going to be decentralized. So that is the third design principles. And the real-time capabilities, it is nothing but the capability to collect and analyze the data and to provide insights immediately. We are not going to wait for some more days. The moment we collect the data will be analyzed, and it is going to give what is there in the data. So once we get complete knowledge about the data, then it is easy for us to take a decision. So that is the real-time capability that we are achieving because of using this Industry 4.0. Real-time data for real-time economy, immediate collection, analysis to obtain desired insights, and fast data for flexibility, focus on decision, preventive or predictive maintenance. So that we are going to perform by real-time capabilities. And the service orientation, so it's offering of service via Internet of Service. So cyber physical system supporting a people as a service economy, personalization and value added with focus on customer, Internet of Service, and a new service model. So generally the service provided, it is very quickly and easily we are offering the services to them. Then modularity, that is the next design principles. Flexible adaptation of smart factories for changing requirements of individual modules. So that is a modular. Whenever I need, to add certain things, I can easily add, and that can be easily integrated with the existing. Even if something is I don't want, now what I can do is I can remove that one. And still it works correctly. So that is the modularity. That means the entire task is not going to be focused on one central. Individually that smart factory is divided small part, and all this going to be connected together. So the data flow is going to be there in this industry. So that is a modularity. Here replacement and the expansion of individual module as response to changing needs. So depending on the needs changes, and the need changes, keep on changing it. Either I can add or I can eliminate certain things. So that's why it's written replacement and expansion of individual modules, as a response to changing needs. That I can do it easily. And the customer centricity, flexibility and agility, planning for the unpredictable dynamic environment, capabilities for swift changes. So that we can do it. Right now here, before that, I will show you that thing. This is the main pillar of Industry 4.0. So almost all the industries, they are using these technologies. I'm not saying that all the industry, they are using all this technology. Depending on their requirements, of course, they are going to use. So cloud computing, just I said, what is that cloud computing? And, artificial intelligence, IoT, big data analytics, and autonomous robots, and cyber security. Cyber security, wherever, we are using these technologies, cyber security plays an important role. Why? Because the data, it is produced by that particular industry. It is very much important. It is the biggest asset of an industry. So the data must be protected, right? So for that only they are incorporating cyber security. Need to protect critical industrial system and manufacturing lands from cyber security threats. Not only the information or data, even the machine and other things, it should be protected from cyber attacks. So these are the main pillar of Industry 4.0. This artificial intelligence, which plays a major role here. Right? Then here I'm taking one predictive maintenance case study. This is a predictive maintenance in automotive manufacturing. Here, a company, global automotive and manufacturer operates multiple assembly plants, each with thousands of machines, such as robotic arm, CNC machines, and conveyor system. So there is an automotive manufacturer is there. They are running that industry. They are applying this AI-driven solution for data collection, machine learning models, and integration and MES. So here what they are saying is, if there is no AI-driven solution is not given in that one, then there are some challenges they are going to face. And unplanned equipments failure cost 20% production loss annually. See, mainly here what they are focusing is, there are so many machines there. Using those machines, the manufacturer, they are manufacturing something. Now we need to predict. Is there any failure that is going to occur? If you predict the failure well in advance and take corrective measures, then we can avoid the losses. Otherwise, what happens is, after the failure, if you are going to do that, then we need to, it takes more time. We need to wait for that, and we need to replace that component, and after that, we have to start the production. Then up to that period, the production will not be carried out. We have to stop it. So that definitely there will be a loss we will be getting. So preventive maintenance schedule were either too frequent, wasting these resources, or too late, causing the breakdown. Okay, sir, I'm going to prepare a preventive maintenance. There is a schedule is there. Based on the schedule, I'm going to do it. So if you are too much of a schedule, if you prepared it, it is wasting the resources. Now, what we need is, before this event is going to occur, we have to predict it and do it. If you do that, then it will increase the productivity. And the manual inspection could not be detect, the problem very easily. It is very difficult to manually identify the failures and everything. So for that purpose only, they are going to use these technologies, all these technologies, IoT, they are going to use. There are so many sensors available. They're using those sensors. They are going to collect information about each and every machine. And this data, it is going to be analyzed. By analyzing this data, we are going to understand how the machine is running. Is there any fault that is going to occur or not? See, for example, a gearbox is there, right? Or having a gearbox, right? To understand the lifetime of the gearbox, the sound can be taken, right? By taking the sound and analyzing the sound, we can predict that whether the gearbox is working fine or not, and it will inform us that when it has to be replaced. So before actual failure has occurred. So with that only, I took this case study. So data collection here, IoT sensor installed on motors, bearings, and hydraulic systems captured vibration, temperature, pressure, and acoustics data. The sound, the vibration, pressure, we are going to collect by using the sensor and using the machine learning algorithm. What we are going to do is, first we are going to train the model and what is the correct noise, correct temperature of that particular machine, correct vibration of that particular machine, and everything, pressure, acoustic data, everything we are going to give. We are going to train the model with proper data. And after that, correct machine data as well as the failure data, everything we are going to train with the model, right? Then the actual data, it is going to be given. Once the machine understand, the actual data, it is going to say whether the machine is working correctly or not, or if there is a faulty condition that is occurring, or it is going to occur. Like that, the machine learning algorithm, it is going to give a complete picture about that. Once if you understand that information well in advance, we can take some corrective measures. So for that only, they are applying that AI and the machine learning algorithm. So IoT, it's nothing but the sensor. Using this, they are collecting the data, and this data can be transferred either wired or wirelessly to a central computer. And this central computer, we are having a AI and ML model, and this model already trained with that positive data as well as a negative data. And whenever a real data is coming down, it is going to analyze the data based on its knowledge, whatever we given earlier, and it is going to give a result, right? So that's the purpose the IoT they are using, and the AI, ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning they are using. See, machine learning models, historical sensor data and maintenance logs, trained a predictive maintenance model using a deep learning. So using a deep learning model, we are doing it. and anomaly detections algorithm, everything we are going to do it. So when we do AI-driven solution for predictive maintenance in automotive manufacturing, the result what we are going to get is 30% reduction in unplanned downtime within the first year. So we started the machines and it is running it. Suddenly, if the machine get fault, the production and everything will be stopped. If you apply AI-driven, we are going to monitor the conditions of the machines before the actual problem it is going to happen. We are going to take corrective measures. So because of that, 30% reduction in unplanned downtime within the first year. And maintenance cost dropped by 25% because parts were replaced only when necessary. We are not going to replace the parts, then and there. So previously, what the industry done is there is a scheduled maintenance is there. As per the scheduled maintenance, they will do maintenance. If they do a scheduled maintenance, it's too much of wasting the resources. Otherwise, there is a lifetime of every parts. Okay, this much hour, this particular part was used, and then they are going to replace it. But sometimes that part maybe work better. Then if you are going to replace the part which is working better, again it is the loss, right? But if you apply the AI-driven solutions, it exactly predict when the part it has to be replaced and when it is not to be replaced. So this give complete knowledge. Automatically it will give a knowledge. There is no human intervention is required to identify whether the machine working correctly or not. Nothing. Simply you just collect the data using the sensor and pass the data to the AI and ML model, which predict and give you the result. So that is the main objective of artificial intelligence and IoT people are using in the industries, right? So here there are two maintenance, predictive maintenance and preventive maintenance. So preventive maintenance means that will happen after the incident happened, after the failure surface. Predictive maintenance is a proactive maintenance strategy that uses data, sensor, and analytics to prevent when the equipment or machinery is likely to fail, so that maintenance can be performed just in time before the breakdown occurs. Just before I said, that is the advantages of predictive maintenance. If you want to perform a predictive maintenance, definitely we need to add, every industry it has to add IoT or IIoT and artificial intelligence. And even if they want to keep the data in the cloud, and from the cloud, if they want to analyze the data, yes, they can go with predictive maintenance. But preventive, it is regular intervals, and this fix the, it's a reactive maintenance, fix after the failure. So that is the concept of this one. Then predictive maintenance by techniques. These techniques uses sensor and advanced monitoring to analyze equipment conditions, right? So there are so many predictive maintenance technique is there. Using any one of the techniques, the industry, they are going to perform the predictive maintenance activities. See, first one is a vibration analysis. Even just before I talked about it, monitors rotating machinery vibration pattern to detect issue like bearing wear or misalignment. If there is any misalignment or any device it is going to be weared out, simply just collect the vibration analysis, collect the vibration which is coming from that part, and this vibration it is going to be given to the AI/ML model, and it is going to analyze. By analyzing the vibration, it is going to say that yes, there is a problem in that particular part or not. So that is a vibration analysis. And the second one is infrared thermography. It is using thermal cameras to identify the hot spot, which can indicate electrical problems, overheating, or cooling issues. Any such issue is there, they are going to identify this. This technique it is going to identify. Or oil analysis, they are going to analyze the lubricant sample, analyze the lubricant sample to detect internal wear, contaminations, and other issue before other symptoms it is going to appear. So that is the oil analysis. Ultrasonic and acoustics monitoring detects high frequency sounds to find issues like friction, leaks, or wear in mechanical and electrical components that the human ear cannot hear. So these are various techniques people are using to analyze the equipment conditions. Even this is very much important. I had an experience. I think it's right. I mean, it's right to talk about this. My experience. I think in the July, I given my car for the services. It was 1,25,000 kilometers ran. And after inspected manually, they in India, especially in Tamil Nadu, there is no automations in that what is called shopping, body shopping or okay. So the car servicing center, right? So they inspected and they said that sir, you need to change the gearbox. I said that no sir, I didn't get any complaint. Even when the gear, shifting the gear is so soft only, I didn't feel it is so hard. But simply what they said is, no sir, it was already 1,25,000 kilometer the car was ran. So it is better you have to replace it. I replaced it. Okay, I said that, okay, you change the gearbox. Okay, I permitted and then they changed it. Then after taking that car, suddenly one day, not suddenly, I mean one day, after taking the car from the service center, I took immediately after 10 days, I took the car outside. That day, I got a sound, big sound that is coming from a gearbox. Then immediately I went to that shop and I asked that. They said that the sound is coming from a gearbox. The reason is whenever they fixed the gearbox, they didn't mount the gearbox in a proper manner because it's a manual only they are doing, right? After doing, they didn't analyze it whether they mounted the gearbox in a proper manner, right? Due to the problem in that fixing or mounting the gearbox, I got that sound and I'm not in a position to run further, right? This has happened why? Because if they put some sensors, IoT sensors, in that gearbox, near to gearbox, and they collected, the sound and analyzed the sound, definitely, they would have understand whether they mounted the gearbox properly or not. In India, especially in Tamil Nadu, in the car service center, they are not doing it, automatically. They are not analyzing anything. Manually, they are checking that. And even, if it gave the sound, they are saying that, no, sir, if the sound is normal, you can proceed further. But I said that, no, I'm getting the sound, it is entirely changed than earlier. So try to inspect my car. So finally, after a long time, they accepted that, yes, there is a problem in the gearbox mounting. So what I'm saying is, this if we use, sensor, IoT sensors and collect the data and analyze the data, we would have identified exactly the problem is whether the gearbox was mounted correctly or not, that we can do it. Okay, coming to my presentation, this is a predictive maintenance techniques. By using any one of the techniques, they are collecting the data about the machines and they are analyzing it and they are doing the actions. And there are so many approaches for the predictive maintenance. That is nothing but time-based maintenance. I told you earlier, maintenance is scheduled based on the predetermined interval, regardless of the equipment actual condition. They are not going to worry about the actual condition. This was happened in before Industry 4.0. But from Industry 4.0, this time-based management, they are not following it. But here, schedule will be there. Okay, after 3 months, we have to do a maintenance service for this particular component, this component, like that. A pre-scheduled, pre-prepared schedule will be there. Based on that, the maintenance is going to be carried out. And the usual usage-based maintenance, the maintenance is scheduled based on the factors like the equipment average daily use and the exposed to operating conditions. So that is a usage-based maintenance. And the third one is condition-based maintenance, a common approach that uses sensor to collect a real-time data on equipment condition, triggering maintenance when a specific threshold is met. Yes, this is what happening in the industry 4.0. In the manufacturing industry, right? If the maintenance is required, they are following in the industry 4.0, they are following condition-based maintenance and they are following predictive modeling also. A common approach that uses sensor to collect real-time data on equipment condition, triggering maintenance when a specific threshold is met. For every machine, there is a threshold value. See, for example, a gearbox, a actual gearbox, a paka correct gearbox, it will give a sound like a good sound. If there is a threshold value is there, if the sound is keep on increasing and there is a tolerate point is there, up to the tolerate point we can tolerate it, right? Okay, we can go with that gearbox. For example, I'm talking about. Suppose if the noise is go beyond that threshold, then definitely it required the maintenance. Then immediately we need to do a maintenance. So like that, a condition-based maintenance and predictive modeling, it is going to be useful. Right? And here I listed out some of the sensors. I think some of the computer science students and faculties are there. Even many of the management students are there. Just to show you what are the types of sensors available, for predictive maintenance. Just I'm listing here. So vibration monitoring, this sensor they are going to use it, and the temperature measurement they are going to use the particular sensor. Pressure monitoring they are going to use strain gauge pressure sensor they are going to use. Similarly, various sensor they are going to use for different purposes, right? So by using this, we are going to do the maintenance, right? Next one is here I said that these are the pillar of industry 4.0. Here, my focus is just I'm going to give a basic introduction about artificial intelligence and machine learning. Of course, I'm not going to talk about all the algorithms. So I'm going to talk about very few algorithms, and then I'm going to give how this algorithm it is going to be used in the predictive maintenance. How to write a code. Just I will show you a small code so that you will understand how the predictive maintenance which is going to take place. Right? Just a moment. I will share another. Please wait. Okay, this is machine learning, deep learning algorithm and techniques. I said that AI and ML model that is going to play a major role in industry 4.0. Not only AI and ML, IoT also going to play, and if needed, cloud computing. If needed, big data analytics. All the topic which is going to play a major role here. Just I'm going to give idea of what is AI, what is machine learning, and one or two algorithms. Then we'll move on to how to perform predictive analytics using machine learning algorithms, right? So what is artificial intelligence? Very simply, I'm telling that the capability of a machine to imitate the intelligent human behavior. If a machine is going to imitate the intelligent human behavior, it is nothing but an artificial intelligence, right? So how the machine it is going to imitate intelligent human behavior is, before that, yes, sir. Yes, any queries? Any queries, madam? Someone is asking. Hello? I'm audible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay. Someone asked something questions or
There was an interruption, sir. I think you can continue
sorry?
actually.
Okay, okay, thank you. Right. So the application of artificial intelligence, as some of you are aware that there are a lot of application. I can say that almost all places nowadays we are applying on artificial intelligence. So if you take lifestyle, autonomous vehicles, there we are using on artificial intelligence, spam filters, facial recognition, recommendation system, smart speakers, smart lights, right? These are all some of the, just I'm listing out a few only. And navigations, you know that. Healthcare, this artificial intelligence plays a major important role. Assisted diagnosis, robotic surgery, health monitoring, and administration. So everywhere, this artificial intelligence it is going to use. And e-commerce, personalized shopping, fraud detection and prevention, robotics, carrying goods in a hospital, factories and warehouse, cleaning offices and large equipment. Even nowadays we are having cleaning robots we are using in home, and inventory management, education. Yes, of course we are using this artificial intelligence, agriculture and chatbot. Right, these are all some of the applications of artificial intelligence. But remember that everywhere nowadays we are using artificial intelligence. Even our chief guest, he talked about that. Artificial intelligence is used by all people in all the platform, right? And different field under artificial intelligence. So if you take an artificial intelligence, so inside that, the machine learning is coming, and after that, the deep learning is coming. So machine learning makes the computer learn from the data and the experience to improve their performance on some task or decision-making process, right? So I will tell in a short manner what is machine learning is. We are giving some knowledge to the machine. We are going to train the computer with some data. That computer, it is going to understand the data, right? And from that knowledge, later if we give some data, it is going to predict what data it is, and it is going to give an answer. So machine learning uses statistics, probability theory for this purpose. So mainly if you take a machine learning, it is going to use a statistic. Mathematics plays a major role here. Statistics and probability theory it is going to use. Machine learning uses algorithm to pass the data, learn from it, and make determinations without explicit programming. So the machine learning algorithm, generally it is classified. I can classify more, but as of now here, supervised and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning is nothing but students learning with the support of, with the supervision of the faculty. That is the supervised learning. Supervised algorithm can apply what has been learned in the past to the new data set. So that is a supervised learning. Unsupervised algorithm, it is nothing but can draw inferences from the data set by its own, right? So unsupervised, we are not going to train the system. It is going to learn by itself. So that is an unsupervised learning. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So actually what deep learning is, it's a subset of machine learning that uses multi-layer artificial neural network to deliver state-of-the-art accuracy in object detection, speech recognition, and language translations. So we are going to imitate human neural networks by using this artificial neural network, and it is going to think like humans. So that is the deep learning is a crucial technology behind driverless cars and enable the machine analysis the large amount of complex data. So where if you want example where we are going to use the deep learning, then the driverless car. So that is the place exactly we are going to use the deep learning. This is a simple example I'm talking about. I'm not saying that driverless car is the only place, that deep learning plays a crucial role. Everywhere it is playing, but a simple example so that everyone can understand what is that. Because, driverless car means when the car is running, using this deep learning technology or artificial intelligence, it has to take so much of data, the road conditions, all right, the traffic of the road, and it has to analyze everything, the complex data. So to analyze the complex data and take a decision, right, we are going to use deep learning, right? And the general observation, here the artificial intelligence, it's a narrow artificial intelligence and a general AI. So narrow AI is nothing but getting machine to do one task really well, like image recognition or playing chess. That is a narrow AI. General AI is a general AI, means device that can do everything human can do and more. So that is a general AI. Today research focus on narrow AI, but many researchers would like machine learning to eventually achieve general AI. So that is a general observations nowadays we are having. Right. Now this category of machine learning, the machine learning, it is categorized into 5. One is the first, it started with supervised learning. Here supervised learning is nothing but we are training the system or model with some data. After that, with that trained knowledge, it is going to predict it. So that is a supervised learning. Then moving right, then unsupervised learning. Here we are not going to train the data. We are going to give the data, and the machine, it is going to learn the data by its own. Right? That is unsupervised learning. Then after the researcher, what they done is, suppose if the machine understand the knowledge, understand the data, and it perform a function correctly what we are expected, the researcher thought of giving some reward to that one. So that is nothing but reinforcement learning, right? Then after that, deep learning, and just before I talked about that, and from the deep learning, it's a deep reinforcement learning. So it's a combination of reinforcement and deep learning. A complex data, analyze the complex data, we are going to use deep learning, and we are going to give some reward when the machine it perform the task in an effective manner. So these are the categories of machine learning, right? Now I'll give a simple example, supervised machine learning. So we are giving a known data to the model. The model can understand it, and it is going to give a response. See, for first one, known data, I'm giving some known data. After train the data, known responses, it is going to classify as a spoon and a knife. Then after that, I'm going to give you a new data. I'm going to give a new data. Already the model was trained with this data. Now, whenever a new data is given, it is going to check that, what was the knowledge, and it is going to replay this new data is a spoon. That is a response, it is going to get it. So that is a supervised learning. So for simplicity, I'm giving this one, right? And classification of supervised learning. Here, recursion classifications. There are two types of supervised learning algorithm: recursion algorithm and the classification algorithm. So under the classification algorithm, there are so many algorithms there. K nearest neighbors algorithm, logistic recursion, naive Bayes, decision tree, SVM, support vector machines. Here I given, right? Analysis of data, we are going to use a support vector machine, SVM, and K nearest neighbor, pattern recognition, data mining, intrusion detection. So for all this purpose, we are going to use K nearest neighbors. And logistic recursions, spam detection, diabetics prediction, cancer detection, etc. We are going to use it. And naive Bayes, spam filtering and test classification, we are going to use this particular types of supervised learning algorithms. So what is a recursion? Here we establish a relationship between independent and dependent variables by filtering a best line, right? So this best fit line is known as a recursion line and represented by a linear equations that y equal to a into x plus b. So that is it's a recursion. right? So here what we are going to do is we are going to put a straight line, whatever it is available above or below, then we are going to classify that. That is a recursion. And the k nearest neighbors, here we are going to cluster the similar items in one group, grouping of items based on the similarity. That is the k nearest neighbors. Here there are around three data item is there: red color, green color, and blue color is there. Suppose there is one data which is coming here. Okay, this is a region, different region is there. Here there is unknown data is there. We want to find whether this unknown data belongs to blue color or green color or this red color, right? So how we are going to identify is we are going to find out the distance between the objects, So by manually, if you look, we would have understand that it is very close to that blue color, right? So in this way, we are grouping the data items. For that, we are going to use k-means clustering algorithms. K-means clustering algorithm, we are going to use that, right? So that is the one. And there are so many algorithms there. My part here is supervised machine learning algorithm applications, where we can apply this supervised machine learning applications, right? So one is the predictive analytics. We are going to predict the value or predict anything, maintenance or anything. So that is wherever the predictive analytics is there, we are going to apply the supervised machine learning applications. So house price prediction, stock exchange price predictions, and prediction of maintenance. For all these things, we are going to apply supervised machine learning algorithms. And the text recognition, that we are going to use it, spam detection, customer sentiment analysis. I think some of you might be heard about that. Customer sentiment analysis, that is very important in the so many facial media. Customer, they are giving their opinion about some events. Say, for example, political opinion, they are giving opinion about the picture, right? No? And we are going to take the data and we are going to analyze the sentiment of the customers. So that is a sentiment analysis. And object detections. Object detection is nothing but face detection. They are going to use it. So these are all some of the application area where we can use supervised machine learning algorithms, right? So this is the simple idea. Now I'm going to give you where to type the code. Of course, I think other than computer science students, you may feel little boring or hard. No, not like that. You just understand the place where we need to type the code and what the code we have to type, so that at least we can apply some of the predictive analytics by we can do some predictive analytics by applying a small algorithm. No, here you need not to type more algorithm code. Everything is available. It's a library. It is available. By applying the library, you can do it. So as a computer professor, just I want to give you the code. Okay. Shall I go with the code part, audience?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, my system was disconnected.
Hello.
Hello.
Professor, you are there.
Yeah, there. Okay. I think my screen is visible, Professor.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
Okay, guys. So this is one environment where you can type your code, the machine learning code, and you can run your. This is nothing but Google Colab. Google Colab. See here, you type Google Colab. This is a Google Colab. If you type it, there you will get a screen, and there you can type it. So with that one, I take this one, right? So here we have to type the code. Here, the first one is it's a linear regression. I said no regression. What is this regression? Is we are training the model with x for x. What is the y value? Fine. Like that, we train the model. Once you train the model with the proper data, later if you give x, it will give the y value. So that is the linear regression. Yes, sir. Yes. Hello. That's a linear recursion. So here, import numpy as np. This is nothing but numpy is a library which is available in Python. We need to import it. Once we import it, there are a lot of functions available in a numpy that we can get it. So this numpy library is used to work with the numerical data. Since here we are going to work with the numerical data, so I'm importing numpy as np. This is an any object. So you can give any name. You need not to give np. You can give anything. Any value if you want to give, here you can give it. Right. Then from scikit-learn.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt. Can you repeat the process, sir?
Sorry.
Can you repeat the process?
Okay. So this is nothing but where to type a code. I said a few algorithm. I'm not talking about much about machine learning algorithm. Here the machine learning algorithm, if we use it, we can do predictive analytics. Here this code, it talks about how we are doing a predictive analytics. That is the main intention of this one. Okay, another question is, you will ask, sir, where to type this code and what is the purpose of each and every code. So there are so many environments available to execute a Python program, but the simplest and very easy platform is Google Colab. Google Colab. Here I'm typing. Otherwise, Google Colab. So right, if you type in the Google, you will be getting a option. From there, you just type it, then click, then you will be getting this one. Right. So here you have to type the code. This is a small code. What is the purpose of this code? Is it gives a linear recursion. How to perform a linear recursion in Python. So for that, I'm giving import numpy as np. Understand? Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Someone?
yes, sir.
Yes. The import numpy is nothing but it's a library. We used to say that library. Import is we are importing the libraries available in numpy here. So whatever the method available in the numpy, we are importing in this program. And any function, if you want to use it, you can use it. Right. So everywhere, I'm not going to type numpy dot that method. We are not going to do it. Instead of taking numpy, I'm going to refer that numpy using the keyword np. Right. And from scikit-learn, so this is again a library. It is needed to perform a machine learning algorithm. See, numpy is for numerical operation, and scikit-learn, it is required to perform a machine learning algorithm. So from that machine learning algorithm model, right, scikit-learn, sklearn.linear model, import linear recursion. See, linear recursion. I am going to import only that algorithm, linear recursion algorithm, right? So these two step you have to give it, right? Now you'll ask the question, sir, everywhere I have to give these two. No, depending on your requirement. If you are going to deal with the numerical data, then you just import NumPy. Otherwise, not required. Better in all the cases, you require, because when we are doing the predictive analysis or any analysis, definitely we are going to deal with NumPy. We are going to store the data in the array or a list or something. We are going to store it. So we need to import it, right? Coming to the point, here I'm taking X and Y. So just now I said that what is linear regression is, I'm going to train the model with, for X, for this X value, this is the Y value, right? So what is this data is, this is nothing but house size and price, house size and price. This house size is, let us say 500 square feet. What is the price? It is $150, let us assume. And 800 square feet, and I'm going to train the model for 800 square feet house, the price is 200. 1000, the price is 250. 1200, the price is 280. So this is the data. With this data, I'm training the model. After training the model with this data, later, if I give any house size, then the model, it is going to tell me what is the price of that particular size house. Understand what I'm saying? Hello, process? No response?
Clear, sir. Continue. Clear. It is clear.
Okay. So here X equal to np.array. So this is an array. I think many of you know that. I'm putting all the data, house size data, into that array. That is nothing but X array. And in Y array, collection of data putting one place is called array. Please understand in that way. Y equal to np.array, that price of every house. 150, 200, 230, and then 280. Please understand that for size, house size is 500, the price is 150. 800 size, 200. 1000, house size is 1000 square feet, the price is 230. And house size is 200 square feet, the price is 280. So this is the data, it's a statistical data. I'm giving this statistical data to the model. I'm training the model with this data. So how I'm doing it? Model equal to linear regression. Model equal to linear regression. Now, what I'm saying is, what kind of algorithm I'm going to use? I'm going to use a linear regression. That's why I'm saying that model equal to linear regression, right? How I'm getting this? Here I import linear regression from the sklearn.linear model. That is a library available. From that library, I'm importing this algorithm, linear regression. Okay. Then model.fit. So I'm fitting X, Y. So I'm training the model with this data. Okay, 500 square feet house, $150. 800, 200. Like that, I'm training the model. Okay. Now, the model is trained with this data. For X, what is the Y value? 500 means Y value is $150. 800 means $200. 1000 means $230. Like that, I trained the model. Now, I want to predict the price for 900 square feet house. So I'm going to do it now. Here, look at here. Prediction value, PRED, that equal to model.predict. That's a method available. I'm using it, right? Predict within a bracket. I'm saying that 900. That means I'm giving an X value. By taking this X value, the system, it has to predict what is the price of that particular size of house, right? How the model is going to give? Because I already given a knowledge. I given some X and what is the Y value. Like that, I trained the model already. Based on the knowledge, previous knowledge, what it gained, it is going to tell me, it is going to tell us what is the price of 900 size square feet house. So this I'm going to give that model.predict equal to predict of 900. So it will give a result. That result will be stored in the variable PRED, predicted result. Then I'm printing that value. I'm printing simply, if you are getting confused, the non-computer science students, you forgot about, here simply you can say that, instead of this line, simply you can say that print of PRED, you can say. This is printing the result. That's it. Now you just click this one. Click this one. It is running. See the predicted price for still it is running. See, this is the price. Getting my point? Hello? Hope someone is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, it's given. See, if the house size is 900 square feet, right? The amount is 219.5327. You are getting in a fractional part. In order to avoid this fractional part only, here I had used 0.2f, only 2 decimal only. Please consider like that. I'm telling it. Otherwise, you can use print grid. So it will print the result. So that is the linear recursion. Understand my point?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next one is decision classifier. What is this decision classifier is? Here I taken a student study hour and the result. If the study hour is less, result is going to fail. If study hour is more, there is a pass. Right? So I'm going to take a decision classifier. Here I'm going to use a decision tree. The decision tree, it is going to say that if the hour is this much, what is the result? Like that, I'm going to train the model. This is a decision tree, right? I'm going to use it. Now here again, x equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. These are all nothing but study hour. Y equal to, if 2 hour study means fail, the result is going to be fail, 0. And 4 hour means again the result is going to be 6 hour is 6 hour study means the result is 1, 8 hour 1, 10 hour 1. From the data itself, we can understand manually that if the study hour is greater than 4, there is a possibility, there is the possibility the students can pass, right? But what we are going to do is, we are going to train the model with this data, right? Decision, it will create a decision tree. 2 hour fail, 4 hour fail. If it is greater than 4, then there is a pass. Like that, we are training the model, right? How we are going to train the model? Model equal to decision tree classifier. Previously, we used linear recursion because here x value, if I give, it has to give y value. So only it is a linear, it's a linear recursion. That's why we applied. Then here it's a decision classifier. What is the study hour? Based on the study hour, the result may be either 1, it is pass, or 0, it is fail. So that's why we are using a decision tree classifier here. So the model, we specified that, then model dot fit x comma y. That means we are training a model with this data. Okay, with this data 2 0 4 0 1 6 1 8 1 10 1, like that we train the model. Now we are going to predict the result for 7 hours of study. What will be the result if a student study of 7 hours, right? See model dot here, look at here, model dot predict 7. I'm giving here 7 is nothing but number of hours the student study. If the student study hour is 7 hours, what is the result? The prediction, it is going to be 1. Look at here, it is going to be 1. Again, I'm running it. We will be getting same result. See, the result is 1. How it is saying that? Here in the data from manually itself, we can say that. From manually itself, we can say that, it is 6 and above, it is giving the pass percentage, right? So here, it is not giving a result manually. What it is doing is, based on the previous knowledge, the system understand what is the result. If 7 hours study, definitely student will pass it. So simply if you give model dot predict of 7, it will give. Here I'm giving a 0. This 0 indicate the result, it should be a single digit. The result, it should be a single digit. So for that purpose, we are doing that 0. Getting this? Right. So next one is K-means clustering algorithm. K-means clustering algorithm. What is the purpose of this K-means clustering algorithm is, it's a prediction, right? We discussed a problem, case study problem, how to implement that case study problem here. So here we are going to give a data. We are going to give a sample data here. See, NumPy as NP, Pandas. It is also one of the library. Both is used for numerical data, and sklearn.model selection is trained test split model. That is, it is going to split the data into training data as well as testing data. So it is going to split the data, and random forest classifier, random forest algorithm we are going to use, and we are going to give a classifier report. So we are going to give it. Now look at here, we are going to give a data. What's the data we are going to give is temperature, vibration, pressure, and failure, right? So this temperature is 70, vibration is 0.3, pressure is 30. Then it is going to give that we are giving that machine is normal. There is no failure. Failure machine is there. Machine is not failed or is not going to fail. Like that, we are giving some data to the machine, and the machine is going to understand if the temperature is this, vibration is this, pressure is this, and whether the machine is failure or not. It is going to understand that. After training the model with some kind of data, whatever the data later if we give, it is going to give you that whether the machine is failed or it is not. So that is the predictive maintenance. I said no in the previous slides. I said no. Sensor they are going to use everywhere in the industry, or wherever the equipments are there. Using the equipments, they are producing the production. In those equipments, they are going to fit the sensor, and from the sensor they are going to collect the data. So what data they will collect? They will collect the temperature of the machine. They will collect the vibration of the machine. They will collect a pressure of that machine. These are the data they are going to collect it from the sensor. The sensor will collect this information about the machine, and this data will be transferred to the processing unit. There we are having an algorithm. This data will be fed into that algorithm, and the algorithm will analyze it. The AI/ML algorithm is there. The algorithm will analyze it, and it is going to say that whether the machine is a faulty one or failed one, or it is working in a normal condition, or there is a normal machine, or the machine is going to be fault. Like that, it is going to give up predictions. Okay, so here I'm giving you a data directly, static data only giving. But in a real time, the sensor will collect the data and pass the data to the machine, right? The sensor, collecting the data and transferring the data to the machine, it may be either wired or wireless. Wireless means there will be no wire connected with the sensor, otherwise a wire will be connected. So anyway, the data will be collected and sent to the AI/ML model, which is available in a computer. We can use. But here you may ask that, sir, where the cloud computing is using. Here what I said is that data, whatever we collected, that is going to be analyzed. So if you are going to do analyzing part in the cloud computing, yes, we need a cloud computing. Or you want to store the data first in the cloud for future reference. After that, from the cloud, if you are getting the data, you are analyzing it. Yes, it's also well and good. Cloud computing is required. But in the industry, mainly what they are doing is they are collecting the data immediately. They are passing the data to the machine for analyzing it. Okay. Now coming to the coding part, here I'm giving a temperature, vibration, pressure, and then failure. Right. Then I'm using the data frame. It is nothing but putting all the data in a tabular format, right? And that is going to be available in TF. Now X equal to TF of temperature, vibration, pressure. Y equal to failure. If this temperature is there, if this is the vibration, if this is the pressure, whether the machine is normal or failure. That information I'm going to give. Hello? Hello? Okay. So here I'm dividing this data into training data and then testing data. Right. So here I'm specifying that size equal to 0.30. It means that among 100% data, 30% data is used for testing. Remaining 70% data it is used for training. So using 70% data, I'm training the model. After that, using the 30% data, I'm going to test whether my machine is giving a correct result or not. Once I'm happy with the result, whatever I'm receiving, then the model is ready. Now you can give any data, right? Here I'm using random underscore state equal to 42. It is nothing but here I'm using the data now 30% and 70%. The same data, it has to be used for all the time whenever we are running the same program, right? So that is the purpose of this one. Then model equal to random forest classifier within a bracket. Then we are giving some random state 42 and then estimated 100% estimation is required. We are giving. After that, model dot fit X train and Y train. X train means this value. Y train means failure. What is the temperature, vibration, pressure, and what is the result? Is a failure or normal? Likewise, we are going to train the model. After training the model, you could hear a new data I'm giving. This is the temperature. This is the pressure 0.85, and this is the pressure. Sorry, this is temperature, vibration, and pressure. I'm giving this data to the machine. After reading this data, what the machine it has to do is it has to predict whether the machine is failure or it is a normal. So prediction equal to model dot predict. See, everywhere we are using model dot predict of the new data. What is the new data? Here I'm giving my data. What is the condition of the machine for this data? Temperature, vibration, and pressure. I'm giving this. And the result I'm predicting here. Result I'm displaying here. Right? So when I run this, it is going to display the message. See, prediction is 1. What is the meaning of 1? I specified. Here I specified 1 means machine failed. 1 means machine failed. 0 means normal. So even if you want to check whether the machine is giving correct answer or not, you can manually, for example, only I'm talking about, manually you can check it. So 70 is the temperature, vibration is 0.3, pressure is 30, failure is 0, it's normal, we given. When the temperature go above 85, it is coming 84, 90, 0.7, 50, and you are getting the machine condition is fail. Here what data we are giving? 92. We are giving 92. Obviously 92 means, it is the failure one only. 0.85. 0.85. Yes. And 55 is the pressure. 55. See, even after 50 itself, the pressure is there. It is failure. 111 I said. So it is giving the correct answer one. Then here, other than that, we used to calculate the precision, recall Fn squared. It is nothing but precision is what is the estimated accuracy, what is the actual accuracy. Everywhere, everything we are going to calculate it by using this one, right? So similarly, there are so many, code I have prepared for this presentation, but I think I'm exceeding the time. Professor, hope I'm exceeding the time.
Yes, Professor. The next guest has come. Can you please consolidate?
Yeah. So with this, the industry 4.0, which is using the latest technology like cloud computing, AI and ML, and big data analytics, using this, they are doing their tasks in a productive manner, more productive manners. Hope something you have received it. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. It was a wonderful presentation that I have worked with you for more than 15 years, but I have seen your leadership, the working style, but I have never seen your presentation. It was very comprehensive. You have touched on all different aspects like the industrial revolutions or the 4 revolutions, the 6 design principles, and then you touched on the predictive maintenance approaches and techniques, then about the AI, and you have practically shown here now in training the model to test using linear programming or decision trees. So it was very useful for us. And again, the program goes very well by the chief guest introduction that he set the tone to start learning, set our mindset to learn AI, and you have given the importance of learning AI through your presentation about the industrial revolution, how it is taking up the AI and the need for learning by everyone. We need not segregate it as like technical people or non-technical people. That every one of us that we have to understand and try to make use of this AI for our day-to-day purpose. Thank you, Professor. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. The opportunity given. Professor Durai invited me. Hope the audience gain little knowledge about what is Industry 4.0, and I given code part, right? If time permits, I'm ready to teach, the code part, right? I prepared a lot of codes, but now due to the lack of time, I couldn't explain all the code, how to use those code in implementing machine learning algorithm. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you. Thank you so much. Participants, now it's time for us for the second topic. Before going for the topic, let me introduce today's guest with us for the second topic. Mr. Vigneshwaran Velusamy is an serial entrepreneur running 5 different businesses across UK, US, and India. He started his business journey during tough times of COVID-19 and has successfully navigated many challenges to build thriving businesses. So his incredible networking skills, so that's the core of Mr. Vignesh, that has helped him in connecting with the people all over the world, and which has been key for his success. And he has been a great leader known for inspiring entrepreneurs with his journey and his insights. Through his networking skills, he has made strong connections in UK, which has played a key role in growing his business. So from starting out in the pandemic to running successful businesses, starting 5 different businesses, that too connecting with the people in other nations, it's not a small thing. That too in a short span of time period. So his story is a really an inspiring one for us. So I invite Mr. Vigneshwaran to take over the session, please, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Durai. I really appreciate you for the wonderful introduction. And I'm so glad to meet everybody over here. And I know it's 8 a.m. and it's 8 p.m. and a lot of you guys have already attended a session. So I'm just going to try and keep it really, really entertaining. And I'm going to talk about the process optimization with AI. And yes, as Mr. Durai said, I am running 5 different businesses. And for me to successfully run all these 5 businesses, process optimization and AI is a huge, huge role. Okay, so I request all participants to be very active with me. So I will be asking you a lot of questions, and based on the questions, I would ask you guys to respond in the chat. And yes, so if everybody's okay, shall we start with the session? If yes, please type yes in the chat, and then we can start going. Okay, I'm already seeing a lot of thumbs up, so that's nice. And okay, I'm getting a lot of yeses. Okay, so it's nice to see a lot of participants still interested and still not tired from the previous section. It's really, really impressive on how much you guys want to learn. So, and I was also listening to the previous session of Mr. Karthiban. So I'm not sure if sir is online, but sir, you did a wonderful job explaining on how you.
Sir is there. Sir is there.
Okay. So it was really, really a great session. So you had very good communication and explained it in really, really simple words. So
if you don't mind, shall I request any 1 or 2 from the audience to give live feedback to Professor Dr. K. Karthiban? Anybody?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll keep quiet, guys. So if anybody wants, please feel free to give your feedbacks to Mr. Karthiban.
Participants, you can unmute and give your feedback. Any 1 or 2, please.
Good evening, sir.
Please
Hello.
go ahead.
So this is Selva Kumar, assistant professor from SIMS Pollachi, sir.
Yes, sir. Please
It
go ahead.
was a wonderful presentation, sir. I have learned a lot of things, and also coding part it was wonderful. But due to the time constraint, we couldn't be able to continue, sir. It would be grateful if you could share your coding part so that we can learn it from that one,
Yeah,
sir.
definitely. I will share with Professor Durai. I think
Yes, sir.
coordinating this event. Definitely, you can
Yes,
make
sir.
use of it. If you have any queries, you can reach me. I will help you. Right, to learn,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
how to code the
Yes, sir.
learning algorithm. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
Yeah.
also, please share your contact with sir. We'll get it there. We'll give it in touch, sir.
Definitely, I will share you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your wonderful presentation, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
One more participants, please. Anyone? Many of them have sent the messages.
Yes, Professor. I'm seeing that messages.
Messages. They have sent the messages, sir.
Yes. Okay, we can proceed with the next session. Sir is waiting.
No, not at all, sir. I like your name. Like it sounds really nice to say Karthiban. So it's a very good name. So yes, we still have people commenting in the chat box. So, but yes, feel free to start commenting for sir's feedback, and I will continue my session. I'll try and keep it very short, and I will let you guys ask a lot of questions. And out of the 5 companies that I'm running, about 3 of them are into AI. So I would be able to answer a lot of questions in terms of business. I am not a coder myself, but I will be able to answer any questions with relates to business or AI in general. All right. So before further to do, I would like to ask, there are about 166 participants over here, and I would like to know how many of you are students. If you are a student, please type student in the chat, and I'd like to know how many of you guys are students in the chat in the room. Any students over here? And if there are business entrepreneurs or any startups, please type in startups or business. And I would like to know who I'm talking to in the call. So, how many professors and scholars here? Please type in if you guys are a professor or a scholar, or what profession you guys belong to. So you can be a student, an entrepreneur, a scholar, or a professor, and I would like to know who I'm talking to. We have a professor, a lot of professors, a scholar, an MBA professor. Okay, very nice. A professional from corporate, nice. Diksha Sani. I see that I did hear from Kalaivani ma'am that there are a lot of people from North India and across India as well. So I'm really happy to present it in front of so many people over here. Okay, we have some students too. Okay, nice. I thought there weren't any students. Are there any business people or entrepreneurs over here? If yes, please type in business or entrepreneur or startup. Because what I'm going to be talking will definitely help in many businesses and startups, and especially in running multiple businesses at once. So if yes, please type in the chat while I move on to the presentation. So let me share my screen and start the presentation. For those of you who can see my screen, please type in the chat as yes. Okay, perfect. So I want to talk about my story first. So let me introduce myself. I'm Vignesh, and I'm the founder of 5 different companies, but over here I'm representing Branding Bees, or that's one of my first few companies that I've started. And I'm going to tell you about how I started optimizing my process and my business for me to save more time, to be more relaxed, and to start my other businesses and run them as well. Okay. So before that, here is the agenda for the today's meeting. So I'm going to be talking about how I started branding these and how I eventually ended up with other firms. Okay. I'm going to talk about what is process optimization in simple terms, so that we are on the same field. I want everybody to be in the same field. I know many of you guys would understand what is process optimization, but still, I would love to talk about it. And I would also like to talk about what is the difference between AI, what is ML, and what it means for process optimization or automation, and what it means for business, for colleges, for professors, for students, and for basically anybody in this world. Okay. And I will also be talking about why business invest in process optimization, why businesses invest in AI, and what are the real-time impacts that businesses have. And I'm going to be talking about my own business, what it has done for me, and what we are planning to do. Okay. I'm also going to be talking about some of the tools that we use and some of the tools that you guys can use to help your own self. Like, you can be a student, you can be a professor, a scholar, or a business person. Okay. And then I will let you guys ask me any questions regarding the presentation. All right. So before further ado, let's go ahead and we'll talk about the journey of branding bees and my process into how I automated my entire journey. Okay. So I started back in 2020, right when COVID hit. And when I started, I was completely new to my field. We initially started as a digital marketing company doing social media. We did Facebook ads, we did websites. And from there, we slowly moved into AI right now. So most of our team right now is into AI. We build AI agents, we build AI platforms, we build web applications and mobile applications and websites. So with the help of AI, and we use a lot of AI in our current process. We spend about 50,000 rupees to 60,000 rupees only for tools in AI every month. And what this has done for a business is basically saved us a lot of time. So a person who has to work for about 8 hours can now do it in 4 hours. Actually, I'm saying it in a very low way, but a person who can do a job in about 8 hours can do it in about 30 minutes. So that's the progress that we've had in the last 1 year or so since we started adopting AI. And I will talk about process optimization, and I will help you guys understand why it was important for me to make it into a lot of businesses right now. Okay. So when I started into business, I was basically clueless. I did not have anybody to teach me business or tell me this is how you should do business. Okay. So it was all more of a error and learning method. I had to do a lot of errors, and then I had to start doing, I had to start implementing processes in place. Okay. And right now I can spend a month without moving into the office and talking to my team about things, because it has freed up my time so much. I can now focus on my personal things. I can focus on new startups and focus on building connections, which are very, very important for me to grow my business across the world. And so when I started, I was basically the person who spoke to my clients. I was basically the person who did graphic design, who posted videos, who edited videos, who did my website, who marketed myself in Facebook, spoke to my clients, spoke to my team, managed my team, hired people, ran hiring ads. Basically, I was everybody. Okay, so I had to put on multiple hats at once, and I worked from morning 9 till 2 a.m. in the morning every day. Okay, so it's nice to say that I was working so hard, but it didn't get me any progress. Okay. The amount that I was earning was very less. It didn't make me feel any good because it is hard for me to manage every client on my own. And the churn rate was very high because I was not able to satisfy about 25 clients that we had in the starting year. Okay. So we started losing clients one after the other, complaining about this or that. And it really, really made me give up on my business. Okay. And how did I learn process optimization was because I learned a lot from YouTube. I learned a lot from networking as well. I connected myself with a lot of business peers who helped me understand why processes are important, why systems are important. And from then on, I started assigning and delegating my work to my team. Now my team will start handling the clients, they will start handling the delivery, but it was inconsistent. Okay, certain number of employees were able to perform really good, but certain people were not able to perform really good because they had communication lagging, they had technical skills lagging, and they were not able to manage every client effectively. Okay, and this got me thinking, okay, is this the end of it? And then I realized no, because you can now start building SOPs. So now I started building SOPs for everybody. So the marketing team gets an SOP, the delivery team gets an SOP, and there was hierarchy in the business as well. So there was a head for each department, and the head is responsible for certain actions. And then there are juniors and seniors who are responsible for certain actions. And this helped me scale even more. This helped me deliver projects on a day-to-day basis, and it made my clients stay for a longer time of period. Okay, but this wasn't efficient for me to scale my business. I can now, the team can now manage, let's say, maybe 10 clients at a time. Okay, maybe 20 clients at a time. But we weren't able to scale. Okay, I had to look into marketing. I still had to look into marketing. I had to look into sales. I had to look into hiring. And this was really hard because I had to connect all the dots between all the departments and then make sure that every department is performing really good. And this is where I started using AI. Okay, so before I tell you about how I started using AI, I will tell you about a simple definition of what is process optimization. And my definition of process optimization is you doing a repetitive task and taking that repetitive task and then giving it to a machine or a system to make sure that it is done perfectly every day without any errors. So that is what process optimization is about. And it improves my efficiency, it improves the output quality, and it reduces my costs as well, which helps me to scale. Okay, so that is what process optimization is about. And before I talk more about process optimization, can everybody in the chat tell me about an activity that you guys do every day that you're bored of? So I would like to know if there are people who are bored of doing everyday activities. Like, it could be signing your attendance sheet. It could be about logging in. It could be anything. It could be basically from signing a paper to emailing people to coordinating people. So you might have different roles, but I would like to know what is it that you guys are finding it difficult or finding it boring that you guys do every day. So I would like for you guys to start chatting in the typing in the chat. So what is it that you guys find really boring, or you guys do every day? Like, that's something that you wish it could be automated. Taking attendance in class, yes. That's really hard. Yeah, every day you have to. Okay, yes, that's really good. Writing conference papers, yes. Charan Singh, if I'm not pronouncing, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Monitoring absenteeism. What about other repetitive tasks? What are the other ones? Communicating the messages with the students, yes. Monitoring assignments, yes. Is there anything that I would like to know that is a bit boring for you guys, and you just wish there was a system which is cheap and which is something that it does it automatically for you? You don't even have to worry about it. This is something that you guys can think deeply and wish that it was there, because it is all possible right now with AI. Okay, and I will tell you some of the stories that I am, or some of the projects that I'm working with, that will give you an idea about what actually AI can do. Okay, so we did have a lot of people talking about conference papers, monitoring absenteeism, communicating the messages with students, correcting assignments. Yes, that's really good. Yes, paper correction. Yes, I understand that's one of the most difficult parts for a professor, because for a student it is just one paper, but for a staff it is hundreds and hundreds of papers every 6 months or every 3 months once. So I understand the pain in that. So I empathize with you guys, but AI can make your job really easy, and I'm going to tell you how. Okay, Okay. So before me talking about how AI can do this, how AI can do that, I want to understand how many of you know what actually AI is. Can you guys type if you know what is AI in the chat? And if not, if you'd like me to explain, type yes, explain, and then okay, chatbot. We have some answers. Any other answers to that? What is AI to you? Is it just ChatGPT? Is it just something that automates your work? Is that what you call AI? Repeated same experiment in various lab session. Okay. I believe that is for the repetitive tasks that you find boring, if I'm not wrong. But yes, I would like to know what your thoughts on AI is. So if you guys can type it in simple words for me, I will. Technology that is reducing our critical thinking. Very good. That's a good answer. Any other answers in what you guys think AI is? I would really like to love a lot of answers. There are 160 plus people over here, so I'm still getting maybe 5-10 answers from for every question. So come on, guys, let's automation of manual work. Yes. I'm trying to update technology. Okay. Finding better solution with technology support. Yes. Okay, so all of this is correct in a way, okay? And I would like to show you guys a diagram. Helping hand makes work simple, technology that gives computers and machines the ability to perform tasks that are typically, okay, nice. Reduces time load, okay. Nice, technology development, yes. This is all really good answers. Trained machine, which are training humans now. Okay, that's a good one, Mr. Singh. So that is really a good one. Yes, it saves us a lot of time. I appreciate all the answers. And I will show you guys a diagram right now. Let me see. Can you guys see the diagram? Okay, so for those of you who do not understand what these words mean, okay, let me explain it to you, okay? What is DL? That is called deep learning. NN, neural networks, and ML, it is machine learning, and top of it is AI, okay? So AI has developed from deep learning to neural networks to machine learning to AI, okay? And this is how AI is. So AI is not everything. It has come from machine learning, and there are a lot of machine learning models, and one of them is AI. And right now we are in the area of Gen AI, okay? And what is Gen AI is a question that you guys must definitely look into. And we've now moved in from ChatGPT to agents. So ChatGPTs are called LLMs. They are called large language models, which can basically answer any questions that you guys have, to agents. What are agents? Agents is something that you can code to do your work every day without you having to. How to create a quick question bank using AI. Yes. So yes, I will talk about what is agents and what is the flow that we are having in the moment of AI right now. Okay, so we have LLMs, which are already, which you call ChatGPT or Grok or Gemini. Okay, and then we have agents. Agents are something who are specifically trained to do a certain task. For example, I'm not sure if you guys have to do PPTs. I'm not sure if any of you find PPTs really boring and a tedious task to do. If yes, type in that. But you can build an agent to create PPTs for you. You can build an agent to create websites for you. You can build an agent to create mobile apps for you. You can even create an agent to build an AI agent for yourself. Okay, so that is what an agent is. So LLMs are like the brains, and agents are like the hands and legs of you. Okay, so it can basically do a task for you by using LLM as a brain. Okay, do you guys understand what are agents? If yes, please let me know. If yes, please type in yes if you guys understood what are agents. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, great. All right. Now, so agents are something like a hand. Okay, it can go and maybe pick a remote, okay, but you can keep it back, and that's pretty much it. Okay, you can also train your agent to press any buttons in your remote. Okay, but that's all one hand can do. Okay, it cannot do multiple tasks at once. Okay, now we have something called as multi-agents. Okay, what are multi-agents? So it's like us, we have two hands, right? We have a single brain, we have two hands and two legs. So two hands means I can pick up two objects at the same time, but that's pretty much it, right? I cannot do more than two tasks at the same time. But with AI right now, it can do 100 different tasks at the same time using multiple agents. Okay, so you have one brain, okay, which you call as a coordinator agent, and then you create multiple arms or multiple legs, and then it can do it can pick up 100 different things at the same time and work effectively. Okay, and not just that, it can know why it has picked up the phone, why it has picked up the mobile, the remote. Okay, and what it should do with the mobile, what it should do with the remote, and if there is a coordination between the remote and the mobile, it will know how to coordinate between each of these hands. Okay, so I'm able to now bring my hands together like this. Okay, I can take it apart, I can bring it closer. Okay, and it is all happening because of one brain, and this brain controls hundreds of different agents. Okay, so that's how multi agents are working in today's world. Okay, so you have something called as GenSpark. I would like you guys to go and try this out. Okay, instead of ChatGPT, I would love for you guys to try out GenSpark. I put it over here in the chat. Okay, it's a browser. It's a ChatGPT kind of model, which you guys should try out because it can create PPTs for you. It can create websites for you. It can create Excel sheets for you. It can do the research. It can coordinate between all these agents and then give you the final presentation. It can create proposals, it can create PDFs, it can create images, it can create videos. So that's what GenSpark can do. Okay, so it's a platform which uses multi-agents to perform your tasks. Okay, so it has a video generation agent, it has an audio generation agent, it has a PPT generation agent. It has a PDF generation agent, it has an Excel generation agent, it has a deep research agent, and many more agents. Okay, so that is what a multimodal agent can do. Now, before I talk more about multimodal agents, I want to talk about the next as to what we are right now having in terms of AI. How many of you have heard of Model Context Protocol or MCP? If you guys have heard of it, please type in MCP in the chat bot or the chat box. MCP, has anyone heard of it? No, MCP, it's called Model Context Protocol. Yes. Okay, yes, perfect. All right. Okay, so let me tell you what is MCP and how this will help your business or help you guys understand how AI is progressing right now. So what is Model Context Protocol? I am not going to go into the definition of that, but I will tell you in simple terms on what it can do. Okay, so you have agents which you have to program. Am I correct? You have to program an agent to do a certain task. And for example, let's say that you want to build you want to design a graphic design poster using Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator. Okay, and I am not a designer and neither are you. Okay, but you need to design this. How will you design it? Okay, you do not know Photoshop, you do not know Illustrator, or you do not know any of the other skills. Okay, now all you need to do is connect your MCP. Okay, so there are a lot of MCP service. So I'm not sure if people have heard of Claude, but if you guys have not, I would like you guys to try out Claude because Claude has MCP service. And all you need to do is go type in what you want, give it a reference, and it will go to Photoshop and create it for you. Does that make sense? So you don't need to create an agent. Okay, agents are now on the back. Okay, you can use the existing tools and have MCP to do the task for you. And all you need to do is type it in simple English, and then it will start doing the work for you. Okay, so I would like for you guys to try out MCP. It is there in Claude, it is there in Zapier. Okay, so that is what is MCP. And okay, so now we have LLMs, we have agents, we have multi-agents, we have MCPs. What is next? Does anybody know what is coming next in terms of AI? I don't think I have the time to show a demo of the MCP. I have not prepared for that, Malini, but I will definitely, maybe take another session on how MCPs are worked. Okay. Yes, as Selva Kumar said, AGI is coming next. Okay, and some people are already claiming it's already there. But AGI, what is AGI? AGI is artificial general intelligence. Okay, so right now AI is close to human thinking. Okay, it's about 90% of how we think. Okay, it is still not able to make multiple decisions at once or able to factor multiple thought processes into one and make a decision. Okay, but with AGI, it is said that it can process multiple different scenarios together and then give you a best solution that a human cannot think about. Okay, it can find the cure for cancer, I think, which is already there. There are already vaccines out there, but it can find the cure for HIV. It can find the cure for polio. It can find the cure for smallpox, even if you get smallpox, because these are preventive, like, we prevent these diseases. Okay, but it can basically stop corruption. It can basically stop wars. It can even bring about wars. But that's the level of perception that we are hoping AGI can bring in. Okay, it is beyond the level of human thinking. Okay, that is what AGI is supposed to be, or in par with human thinking is what we are expecting AGI to be. Okay, and apart from AGI, we will have ASI coming in, which is called artificial super intelligence. Okay, and it is predicted that in the next 2 years, maybe 3 years, we will have AGI or ASI. Okay, and once ASI or AGI is there, it is only a matter of minutes or maybe a matter of days before AGI finds ASI. Okay, so it's basically like the Terminator movie. Okay, we are living or getting close to a Terminator level AI in terms of how things are progressing. Okay, that's for fun, but thanks. I'm really glad that a lot of you guys know what is AGI and what are agents. So yes, so let me move on to the next one. So that is, okay, sorry, yeah, that is artificial intelligence for you guys. Okay, so something that requires a human presence can now be solved with AI. All right, and it is really, really important because it is now taking or saving us a lot of time to spend with our loved ones, to have our personal time, and for us to relax and then get into more spirituality of the world. Okay. Okay, so what is machine learning? So what is the difference between machine learning and AI? Okay, everybody talks about AI, ML. Okay, but what is it actually? Okay, so let me break it down for you. Okay, so the concept of machine learning or AI came back in the late 1970s. Okay, and it was predicted that machines can think like humans can. Okay, so you don't have to have a human brain for a machine to think. Okay, humans can think like us. Machines can think like us. So all we need to do is input a certain level of code into the machines and then have it process. Okay, and that is what is machine learning. Okay, and AI is a part of machine learning. It is not a different concept altogether. AI is a part of machine learning, and that's where the difference between ML and AI is. Okay, and the reason why we are talking so much about AI is because AI is the most closest thing that we have to think like a human. Okay, there are many other things, but AI is the most closest machine learning model that has closely resembled human-like thinking. Okay, human-like capabilities. So AI has evolved from machine learning. Does that make sense? If yes, please type in yes in the chat. Do you guys understand that machine learning has spewed out AI? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm so sorry for that. Okay, so let me talk about how AI, ML, and automations are used in today's world. So I come from an IT company, okay, and when I have about 30 people in my company, and we always have openings going on in our companies. We always have people calling us to inquire if there are job opportunities, okay, and so we always reach out to other people. Okay, so let's talk in terms of HR. Okay, so let's say that we put out a job posting out there, and then there are people who call us to ask if you have an open position, and I'm calling you in regards to this position. What do I do next? Okay, so you need a HR to basically answer all these questions for you. Okay, so imagine you have a voice speaking agent which can basically answer all these questions for you, which can basically qualify every call that you get. Okay, so instead of the HR wasting hours and hours of attending every call that they have to talk about, ask them where they are from, what's their salary expectations, what their experience like, and then she has to basically understand if this person is a good fit or not. Okay, so it's a huge process for her. It takes about 3 hours for her. Okay, and this can be reduced to about 30 minutes. Okay, and all you need to do is develop a voice agent for HR specifically. Okay, and then feed it information on what you needed to ask, and then it will ask you. It will ask the employee or the person who is willing to join our company questions. So all they need to do is call the number, and then AI agent will speak like one of me or one of you. And then it will ask them questions as to where you're from, do you have experience? What are the tools that you know? And it will ask some basic questions. What are your salary expectations? Where are you from? Are you okay with night shifts? Are you okay to do from 12 to 9? It will ask you all different questions. And then only if those questions meet a certain criteria, which we will enable it to say yes, it will say yes, thank you, Mr. Satish, you've been selected for the next round. Please send your mail to hr@brandingbees.co.uk. All right. And then Satish doesn't have to speak to a HR. The HR doesn't have to speak to a Satish. Okay. It now has shortlisted Satish, and it sends an email to my HR, which saves a ton of time for my HR because she's not talking to 100 different people every day. Does that make sense? Does that make sense in how AI is used to optimize a process, which was taking my HR 3 hours of work every day, and it is right now being reduced to about 30 minutes. All she needs to do is check the email. If you guys have understood what I said with an example, please type in yes. Okay, nice. All right, so let's talk about some examples that you guys have in your colleges or yours. And as you guys have said, you guys are scholars and professors. So I want to talk about how AI can optimize some of your tasks. Okay, so let's say that you guys have installed an CCTV, and some of you guys have mentioned that taking attendance is a huge difficult part. Okay, now imagine if the CCTV that is installed either in your class or in your college tells you how many students have come in, at which time they've come in, and it automatically prepares a report for you. So you don't have to take an attendance every day. Okay, doesn't it take at least 10 minutes, maybe sometimes more than that, to take attendance to the entire class, and it causes a lot of energy to be missed out as well. You guys can be focusing on the important stuff, such as teaching the real important things, rather than taking attendance to understand who's present and who's absent, correct? And you have to intimidate or intimate the student or the parents if they are below a certain attendance percentage as well. Okay, so imagine your CCTV having the capacity to know which student has entered the campus, which student has entered the classroom, and it automatically prepares the report. It sends you the report every day or every week or every month, saying we have so many people who've attended the classes, and we have so many absentees on these days. And all you need to do is, instead of spending 10 minutes every day, you can spend about 30 minutes a month to basically go through the report and then click send, and it'll basically send every parent and report on who has been absent. Okay, now this is called process optimization. You are saving, you teach for, let's say, 22, 23 days a week. That's about 230 minutes. If you spend about 10 minutes taking attendance every day, okay, you are saving 200 minutes of work in a month. That is called process optimization. 200 minutes, which you can be spending to learn something for yourself, or teach something important, or spend time with your family, or you can be doing many more things, right? So that is called how AI, or this is how AI has optimized a lot of processes in today's business world. Okay, and we had a lot of people talking about paper correction. Yes, Amit Kumar is. Amit Kumar, is everything okay? Okay, yeah, I think he mistakenly switched on the mic, but that's all right. Okay, so I was talking about paper correction, right? So imagine you have a camera, okay, or you have a scanner, which basically scans all your papers, okay, and or you just put it out into your printer, okay, and then it scans all your pages or all the students' answers, and then it corrects it by itself, and then gives marks for every student. Okay, so instead of you having to go through all the answers with every students, okay, because I'm sure that there are about 60 students in each class, okay, and as a professor or as a lecturer, you would be handling at least 300 students on a day-to-day basis, okay, teaching different subjects in different classes from first years to fourth years, and every student has their own level of understanding, and everybody writes in their own way, okay, and it's really, really hard doing paper corrections. Imagine and scanner can basically scan all your answers and then give it marks, okay, and all you need to do is review it, okay, which saves you a lot of time, which saves you a lot of energy, which you could be focusing again in terms of studying new things, in terms of doing your PhDs, in terms of chatting with your colleagues, having fun, spending time with your family, right? So this is what is called process optimization, okay? And it is used everywhere in the world today right now, okay? We at Branding Wees, we are building something called as BrainBot. And what does BrainBot do, okay? So it activates, or it acts as a brain for us, okay? So it connects the HR, it connects the operations, it connects the marketing team, it connects the sales team, and it connects the admin or the management team, okay? It pulls data from all these departments, okay, and gives me a report, a single report, which basically tells me how my company is doing. Does that make sense? How many people have we hired? How many people have we fired? And how many people are the best performance, okay? Which clients are having a very good output? Which clients are not having a very good output? How is my marketing going? How many emails have we sent, and how many have they responded with? What can we do next? So we are building a brain that can think in every aspect of my business and basically automate the entire process for me. Does that make sense? If it does make sense, type in brain, and once I finish the product, I will send a demo link for everybody to basically have a look into it. If yes, please type in brain. Okay, we have Simi Jane giving a thumbs up. So, okay, anybody wants to type in brain? Okay, we have Mr. Singh, Mr. Zusha. So, what is the real purpose of, optimizing your business, right? So, okay, we have a lot of people who wants to know how this brain bot will be working. Okay, so as soon as we finish it, it's a long work in progress. We've been building it for the last 4-5 months right now, and I believe it will still take us 2 to 3 more months to completely finish this. Okay, but as soon as it is done, I will get in contact with Mr. Ganesh, and I will start sending a demo link to all your emails, and you guys can expect to see how it works. Okay, so it is an entire automation of me, so that can answer any question about my business, make decisions about the business, and optimize the entire business for further efficiency. Okay, all right, so moving on to the next one. What is the real purpose in business? So business is supposed to be making money, right? So that's not all how I see it. So business is supposed to be improving our society, improving our economy, and helping people to be more happier. Okay, so that is the real purpose of business. Okay, you need to satisfy everybody. You need to satisfy your clients, You need to satisfy your clients, you need to satisfy your team, you need to satisfy yourself, okay? And you need to satisfy your society, okay? Because we are proud as Indians because we have companies like Infosys, TCS, and many IT firms which are in India right now giving thousands and thousands of jobs to people across India, okay? And we are proud of it, right? And it is because they have optimized their business to perform really better, okay? And that is why business is required to optimize, all right? So those people who have used AI in organizations have a 78% increase, okay? Or I'm sorry, 78% of organizations have used AI in 2024, okay? It could be from basic chat GPT to building multiple agents and using MCP service, okay? And it has boosted about 40% of production for everybody. So to give you another example, this month we are building a mobile app for a client in Germany, okay? And building this mobile app would usually take 2 developers about 3 months, okay? Can you guys imagine how many days it took for us to build the mobile app completely from scratch till the end product? Any guesses? From 3 months to how many days would we have taken? Any guesses? Please type in your answers. It could be, it's in days, by the way, so it's less than a month. So I would like to know, okay, 1 month, it's less than 1 month, Preeti. 3 months, no, it would have taken 3 months if it wasn't for the help of AI, okay? 15 days, we are close, 15 days, okay? So we took about 22 days from the start to the finish, and it was a perfect product, okay? And it was not done by 2 developers, it was done by a single developer, okay? A single developer had done a mobile app in just about 22 days, okay? And I think calculating the holidays, I think it is less than 22 days, okay? So maybe even 15 to 16, 17 days would be correct, okay? They have completed the back end, they've completed the front end, and they've actually deployed it, okay? So it took us less than 20 days to complete a mobile app, which would have taken 2 developers to complete it in 3 months. So now you guys understand the impact it has for a business like us, right? Now, this is a big project for us, okay? For this, I would have had 2 people hired full-time for 3 months to build it for me, okay? Rather, I used about 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees into AI to help me code the rest of the platform, okay? And the team did it in less than 20 days, okay? The app was perfect. We didn't have any bugs, and it passed the tests. It passed every optimization test in the first go itself, okay? And that is what I call optimization, okay? And this is why every business, every institution, every organization, not just in India, but across the world, will start implementing AI into their process. Does that make sense? So certain people have reported only about a 40% increase or boost in productivity. But to me, a 3 months work has been completed in less than 20 days, which means it's more than a 200% of productivity boost for me. Okay. And yes, it also does reduce a lot of repetitive works. To be honestly speaking, the entire PPT was generated to me by AI, and all it took me was 15 minutes. And this is a 17-page PPT. And if I had to do this by scratch or by hand or using a PowerPoint, it would have taken me at least 5 to 6 hours. And a 5 to 6 hour work took me 15, maybe 20 minutes. And all I had to do was speak simple English to GenSpark, and it gave me the PPT. Okay. So now, do you guys understand what is process optimization and how AI has helped my business grow in productivity in terms of saving time? If yes, please type in yes. Okay. I would like to know everybody's opinion. If you guys understood how AI has basically in real time, okay, it is not a story. This is my business, and this is how I have done optimization for my company. Okay, thank you so much. A lot of people have understood what I have said. I really appreciate all the answers. I'm glad to be speaking to such a remarkable group of people. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so some of the, I'm so sorry for that again. Okay, so some of the tools that you guys should try out. Okay, I'm not sure if this is gonna help you guys, but you guys should definitely try out some of the tools that is mentioned here to see if it will help you out in any way. Okay, to optimize your tasks. And every product over here has AI in it. Okay. So I will send the PPT to Mr. Ganesh as well, and he can share it with you guys later. Okay. So I believe I've already spoken to you guys about how automation saves time and improves work. Okay. A 5-hour client onboarding can be done in 45 minutes with automated welcome emails, document collection, calendar scheduling with Zapier, HubSpot, Calendly. I would ask you guys to look into Zapier or N8N. Okay, I'm going to put it on the chat over here. Zapier and N8N. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, I typed in the correct one. So I would like for you guys to start looking into this. And like, with QuickBooks, you can make your invoice management really easy. You can now schedule social media posts. You can, so it's all getting automated right now. Okay, it reduces time, it reduces error, it does it much faster, and at the end of the day, like, it does everything for you. Okay. So what it means as an economy, like, what it means for India, what it means for the world, when every business starts optimizing a 3-month work into a less than 20-day work. Okay. So does it mean lesser jobs? Yes. Who is it lesser jobs for? For people who do not know AI. Okay. For people who cannot understand AI, it means we are in trouble. Okay, we need to understand AI, we need to understand the basics of AI, and we need to start putting more time into how AI is helping others grow and how it can help you grow on a personal level, on a professional level, and on a business level or an organizational level. Okay, so it is important to start understanding AI from its depth. Okay, you don't have to know the code, you don't have to know how what is ML and what is AI, but you need to understand how it can help you. How it can help you save time, how it can help you be more efficient, and how it can help you generate more profit or more business for your organization or for your colleges or anything. Okay, so we had about 109+ billion in private AI investments in 2024. We had a 1.5 GDP growth or 1.5% GDP growth across the world by 2035, and a 3 times higher revenue growth for firms that are using AI. And I can attest to that because my firm has grown really to the next stage because we started using AI, and we do not have to hire more people to manage our works. A single person can do the work of 3 people, okay, by using AI. And all we need to do is pay for ChatGPT or pay for GenSpark and some of the other tools that we're using. Okay, and the future, what happens next? As I was telling you, AI can now make decisions, and it can take decisions, it can execute it at will. Okay, it can run operations, it can optimize it in real time, it can focus on creativity, strategy, it can focus on execution, it can focus on optimization, it can focus on the process, improvising things. So AI has basically taken over at the moment. Okay, so all we need to do is start learning AI. Okay, and with this, I'm almost completing my session. And I'm open for any question and answers or question and answer session. So please pop your questions into the chat board and I would be happy to answer any questions. Any questions for me, guys? I'm hoping if you guys are okay to talk in the mic, so I can basically clear your answers via direct chat, so that others might also know what you're asking. And if yes, please feel free to ask questions. Stop presenting. Thank you so much, Indamati. Hello.
Vignesh, sir, actually today's session is up to 9:30, I think, sir. Since we had our, and if you have any additional information to share, you can share for another 5-10 minutes.
Okay, so okay, definitely. Yes, I would be glad to. I didn't want to bore everybody with a lot of information as well, because I believe I would have. Okay, I'm getting a lot of responses in the chat, sir. But I would like to show you guys some of the tools that we use to build agents. Okay, and I would like to share my screen and show you guys this tool called Emergent. Okay, so this is a tool that can build AI agents for you. Okay, so we have Sindhu Prabhu who is asking for presentation. Yes.
Screen is not visible, sir.
I'm sorry, my screen is not visible.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let me present it again once more. I'm sorry for that. Let me. Can you guys see it now? Can you guys see the screen? Yes. Yes, please type. Okay. Thank you. All right, so I will talk about some of the tools that we are currently using. Okay, so we use Emergent. Okay, we use something called as Frost.ai. We use something called as Replit. Sorry. We use something called as Replit. We use something called as V.O. We use something called as GenSpark. We use something called as Claude. And we also use OpenAI. Okay, so what does Emergent, Prosp, and Versal do is very similar. Okay, but Emergent, as I was talking about, can help you guys build real-time tools or real-time agents. Okay, it can basically create agents for you. Okay, and you need to purchase the version for you to start building agents. But if you guys have an idea, if some of you are coders, if some of you are into computer science department or into anything that has to do with computer science, I would ask you guys to start looking into these platforms. Okay, so I'm just going to put it over here in the chat. For those of you who would like to take a note of it, please have a look into this. Okay, and for me, networking is very important, and for that we use Prosp. Okay, Prosp is an AI which helps us basically send unlimited messages in LinkedIn to get connected with everybody. Okay, so Prosp is something that we use to get connected with a lot of people in the world. So I put that. I'm going to put GenSpark. I would love for you guys to try out Claude as well. Okay, so these are some of the tools that we use on a month-on-month basis, and I would definitely suggest that you guys are going to be using this, and especially if you guys are into the computer science department, these tools will work as a miracle for you. Okay, your students can start building projects from the start, and they don't have to code their entire way to the entire platform. Okay, so I would start requesting that you guys try this out. And I would also like to show you guys what a multi-agent model looks like. Okay, so let me go to, okay, so let me, okay, so this is GenSpark for us. Okay, so okay, so this is a platform which has multiple agents. Okay, so these are the agents. So it has a super agent, which is like the chatbot. Okay, it has slides which can prepare PPTs. It has sheets which can prepare Excel sheets, which can do all your calculations. It is a designer, a developer, a documents generator, a video editor. It is a podcast generator. It's a chatbot. It's a deep research agent, a video generator, image generator. It can even call people. Okay, and it can take notes too. So this platform alone has 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, about 16 different agents who work together to perform one beautiful outcome that you're looking for. So you don't have to shift different applications every now and then to do different tasks. It can basically do every task for you. Okay, it can even call people and book meetings for you. It can call people to schedule reservations. It can call people to talk about negotiations or ask prices. So, and you basically don't have to do anything. All you need to do is type it in simple words. Okay, so I would definitely urge that everybody start looking into GenSpark and the other tools that I have. Okay. Okay, so for non-CS professionals, Malini, when we talk about management, okay, the biggest role for a management is to optimize these processes, right? And to optimize processes, it means you need to find tools or build tools that will definitely save a lot of time. Okay, and I'm sure a lot of you would have heard about Gamma.app for presentations. Okay, and there are about 2,500 applications in AI that is coming out every day. Okay, so apart from that, there is a lot of sales as well that a management person has to do. They have to market, they have to do sales, they have to know how to talk to people. Okay, and for that, you can start using Prosp.ai. You can also use something called as ClickUp. ClickUp, I think, let me find the ClickUp. Okay, ClickUp.com. Okay, so this is something that we use for our for managing our projects. Okay, so ClickUp.com, Gamma.app, and we also use something called a Stitch.ai, I believe. Let me find the right. Yes. So we also use something called a Stitch to help us design UI UX for our platforms. Yes, Perplexity. Yes, Perplexity is also is going really viral. It can do a lot of things. It also has something called as browser automation. Okay, let me share my screen and show you what is a browser automation. Okay, what it can do in real time. I'm sure many of you would have not seen this. Okay, so I would like for you to use browser. Search for tools that will manage students. Okay, so I want you guys to see what this does. So I'm not touching the computer. Okay, it's completely, my hands are completely not here, but I will show you what happens when something called as browser automation is being done. If you guys can see, there's something called as Playwright browser automation, and it has basically opened a new tab. And if you guys can see the blue color light that is blinking, Now it's figuring out what is Google, and it's gonna do the research for us in the browser. It can go to other websites and do the work for you. Okay, so this is really mind blowing for me, and it will be for a lot of people as well. Okay, so it's now thinking. It's a bit slow right now, but in the next couple of years, it will be really fast. So I'm not touching both my hands are over here. Okay, so let's see what happens. So now this is basically the execution steps. Okay, it's taking a bit longer, which usually doesn't. Okay, I'm just gonna copy paste this again. Just gonna pause it and then re-give it. So it has opened another tab. It has gone to Google. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there is some kind of network error. Okay, so I think it's starting to work right now. So I think it's a bit slow because my video is on, but I just wanted to show you guys it typing something and my hands are free. So this is the AI thinking as to what it should do next from the previous steps. Okay, it has not typed in anything yet, but just give it a minute and let's see what happens. Okay, so I think it's probably a bit slower, guys. So I would like to close this, but I would ask you guys to go search GenSpark and then try this out for yourself. Okay, and tell me your feedback. Yeah. But yes, I'm right now open to questions that you guys have, and I'd be happy to answer them to the best of my to my knowledge.
Participants, you can unmute and ask questions.
Good evening, sir. This is Dr. Malini. I'm from
hello,
department. And first and
Hope you
foremost, I appreciate the way you have narrated the concepts today because we are from non-commerce, non-computer science background, and for us, these concepts are a bit heavy to digest, but you have simplified and you have narrated it very well.
Thank you so
My
much.
question,
Yes.
yes, sir. My question was the Genpark, what you have just now explained. I wanted to see that whether their application can be in the education sector also. Can we use it being an academicians in our process optimization in any sense?
Okay, yes and no, because GenSpark is a general tool, okay, and it is okay to use it in your organization up to a certain extent, okay. For example, it can do a lot of research, but it is all going to be shared with some other company, okay. It's going to be shared to the GenSpark company, okay, and you cannot be uploading all personal details of students, staff members, and every other person, okay, and it will not be working as for everything that you require it to, okay, and up to a certain extent, yes, it will help you in terms of research, in terms of it does deep research, okay. It's just not a chat GPT kind of research, because I don't prefer chat GPT now, because I basically use GenSpark for it to start doing deep research on everything, okay. And it not only does deep research, it creates Excels, it creates PPTs, it creates PDFs, okay. So for example, if you want to create a study material, okay, it can create the study material for you in a PDF. Okay, it can put it into a very simplified version on all you have to do is, like, inform GenSpark saying that, like, this is for the students of first year, okay, first year MBA graduates, or first year BBA students, or first year NCOM, whoever the students are. Talk about their background and ask it to give you a simplified English version of the PDF, and it can definitely do that for you. But there are limitations as to how much it can do. But if you want something that is more personalized for your organization, then I would suggest that you guys reach out to an AI development company and have them build something for you, for your organization, that can optimize a lot of processes in the existing system. That could be from your administrative team calling parents. It could be from calling for admissions. It could be calling for a parent-teacher meeting. It could be giving reminders. So it can basically do every task that you guys can think of. Everything that you guys are doing right now in the organization can be replicated with AI, and in a more efficient way, and it doesn't get tired.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Malini.
Anybody else?
I appreciate all the very good comments that I have received, guys. I really, really appreciate it. But please do ask me any questions that you guys have, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. I believe we still have 10 more minutes, which Ganesh sir would like me to close with. So I would be happy to talk about it. Thank you so much, everybody. Khatir, Kanagaraj, Mr. Singh, and Anthony, Mano, Radhakrishnan. Thank you so much, Maithili, Dixit. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I'm just glad that I was able to provide some kind of insight into what AI is and how it is helping businesses today and how it can help optimize process better. Yes, Mr. I believe somebody had raised their hand. Please feel free to ask me questions. Diksha, do you want to ask questions? Please, I'm not able to see everybody's screen. So,
Yes, Vignesh sir, first of all,
yeah.
very thank you for this very insightful session. So just to brief about me that I come from the healthcare background. So I do optimize the process for their projects. So
Okay.
as a coming from the healthcare institute, what we usually face the major challenge as is unstructured form of the data that comes
Mhm.
if you must have aware of like handwritten clinical notes
Yeah.
of the patient. So
Yes.
if you mentioned about optimizing this process, which is very tedious. So sometimes
Yes.
we, our staff may feel, a lack of expertise to decode that language. Sometimes it is very illegible. So in that
Okay.
scenarios, do you or are you aware of, or maybe is there any tool that is going to build in future that would help
Now,
in transcribing those notes?
yes, there are actually tools which are helping doctors at the moment. Okay. And we were in discussion with a client last week to help build a tool for doctors because they go through a lot of patients every day. Okay. And they have to keep notes of everything. Right. And I'm not sure what is your exact position in the healthcare sector, but there are actually tools. But I don't remember one of them right now. Let me find.
But there is also one challenge is that we cannot just share the patient data on any AI tools. So does any
Yes,
tool complies with the GDPR so that it would keep the confidentiality and all those compliance they may, they
yes,
maintain?
there are definitely tools. Just give me 1 minute, okay? I will. So these are called Scriber tools. Okay, so I believe if you type in Scriber tools for AI for doctors, I think you will find them in Google. I was having a couple of them last week. I was talking to the client about this, but there are definitely tools out there. Okay, so I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna send you this. It's called Treat AI. Okay, so I would like for you to try this. Okay, and if this doesn't work out, try searching for their competitors, but I'm sure that will definitely help out.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. We'll definitely try.
Yeah, definitely. And in a more subtle way, datas are always prone to be stolen. Okay, even if they are GDPR compliant, HIPAA compliant. Okay, and it is best to handle them in your own service and protect it yourselves. Because a lot of datas, even from Google and Microsoft, are getting stolen right now. So it is best to have your own service and have your own tool to have secure information on all the patient and other details. Yes.
And one more,
Yeah, please. I'm just going to put my
just
email.
if possible, any tips would you like to share for the audience? Like if someone is regularly using AI and they just don't want their data to be, used in a way that it should not affect them, or maybe creating a digital twin that is, like people trying to identify yourself and they should not use it for the marketing and all this. Just
Yes.
not to exploit them in future. So how they, as a user, we can be very cautious about using the AI tools.
Yes. So this is actually, honestly speaking, has already gone beyond our hands at the moment. Okay. because every picture that you post on Instagram can be scraped out right now. Okay, every picture that is on Facebook, every picture that's in your WhatsApp DP, every picture that you share across any social media has already been scraped out. Okay, and I see a lot of fake accounts that's coming over Instagram using fake deep fakes, like which exactly resembles you. And there are a lot of government rules that are being brought in by right now. But actually, I don't think there is a way to prevent these, but there is a tool which actually identifies your photos across the internet and tells you that, like, there are your photos over here, over here, over here. And if you find any of them are in unwanted places, you can then file a police complaint as well. I'm not sure about the tool's name, but there is definitely a tool which helps you identify if your pictures and your videos are across the internet and where they are as well. I think it's a paid tool, but there is a tool for that to identify your images or your pictures across the internet and tell you where each images are located. And after you find them, you have to take the link and then complain to the cybersecurity team for them to take action. And that is the only way we can safeguard ourselves at the moment.
Yeah. Thanks for the advice.
Yes, I have shared my email as well as my phone number. So I would appreciate it if you guys send me an email and book a meeting before talking to me, because that would be much, much easier for me. So I have shared my email, and yes, please feel free to ask me any other questions. I'm sure Ganesha wouldn't mind if I take another couple of minutes. So that's a really, really good question, Divya Prabhu. So the best way right now is to have your own service, because with AI coming in, there are a lot of benefits and there are a lot of negatives to it as well. People can easily hack your systems. Okay, you don't have to be a hacker. Okay, people can easily hack your systems using AI. Okay, and the only way to solve this is using blockchain technology or having your own personal server. Okay, and yeah, and having a lot of encryption in there. So apart from that, to my knowledge, I don't think there is any other solution. So have your own service, use blockchain technology, or use service which use blockchain technology, because blockchain technology is very, very hard to break. Okay, it is nearly impossible to break. So if you guys are able to use blockchain technology to save your data, that's really, really secure. I hope that answered your question, Divya Prabhu. Is there any other questions, guys? Thank you so much. Please feel free to get in touch with me over email for any questions, and then we can book in a call and talk about how I can help you guys, or if I can tell my guidance in any way I can. Are there any other questions?
Sir, could you please share your contact number or your email ID for future clarifications?
Yes, I'm putting it again over here. I don't think there is a way to pin it, but yes. What about data privacy issues? So, Mr. Dr. Ranjit, I do not think there is a way to, as I said, data privacy is the biggest concern for everybody at the moment. Okay, and to solve that or to mitigate that, you need to start using blockchain technology or have a physical server in your own place where people cannot access the details. And I have shared my email ID again in there for those of you who missed it earlier. Thank you so much, Ranjit. Dr. Ranjit, I'm sorry for that. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Thank you so much, Kalai.
Thank you, Vignesh sir. As many participants have given their feedback that your session was very interactive, very informative, and the last session was much more interesting to all of us. That you have opened up idea on many different tools which we can make use of in our day-to-day activities. So your session was very wonderful, sir. Very useful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sparing your time with us and sharing this much knowledge. We would like to utilize your service in some other time in some other programs.
No, I
Thank
appreciate you calling me to talk in front of all these beautiful people. And like, everybody was very engaging, and you guys asked a really good questions. So I'm actually proud to be standing here and giving my content and giving my thought process to such esteemed people. So it's my pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So yes. So if there are any questions, please send to my email, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Ganesh sir, some people are asking sir feedback with a question mark. I don't understand.
I request any participants to give your feedback. You please unmute and give the feedback to sir for this program.
So, since you have written their link for this session, the feedback, everyone's asking for the previous session's feedback link.
Ganesh sir, I think they're asking for previous sessions feedback link.
But then we'll send the feedback for the first session also. Otherwise, it will be posted in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, so
thank you, participants. Anybody?
I'd just like to thanks everybody for staying and for listening to my talk about AI and organization. So I hope you guys have a great night and a great week ahead as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you participants for staying till 9:35. So as per the ATAL FDP schedule that we are working, and we are very happy to see that participants are staying up to end of this program. Even it has crossed the time that we come to know that you are all very much eager to learn the new things. So we are very happy to conduct this program, and we expect you to join tomorrow as usual. I think today everyone they joined even 10 minutes earlier, sir. So we are very happy to have such a great participants. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone. We'll join again tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I'll leave, sir. Is that okay?
Please, sir. Please, sir.